When I saw everybody else, I was like, oh, I could have done this a lot easier. Damn it. That's not who I am. I've been obsessed with robots since I was a kid, and I do a lot of biomechanical that involves a lot of robotic structures and stuff. This is a total shoo-in for me. Almost there with the lines, like some dots and stuff left.
All right, artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a neo-traditional hot rod or chopper, and your time starts now.
All right, let's do this. Put the stencil on, yeah.
When you're doing hot rods and choppers, you want to make them dynamic. The only way to make something dynamic is to bump up the contrast with a lot of black and a lot of bright, solid, bold color. Without that, we're going to really have a flat tattoo, and it'll be easy to pick apart.
Whatever you do, lay perfectly still.
How was it initially? Not bad?
Oh, fine. Tattoo away.
I found something that is a close match to her bike, so I was able to do a neo-traditional rendering of it.
You kicked their asses, girl.
I am.
I want to go back home and say, you know what, this chick rocked it.
My canvas loves it. It's boosting up my ego a little bit. I think I'm gonna do awesome.
I'm gonna get all this gray done. I'm gonna kill this tattoo.
How you doing, man? So that's just the V engine of your bike?
Time-wise, you know, I figured let's just make the motor nice and beefy.
Yeah, mere start that engine, you know what I mean?
As a veteran artist, my strategy is to do good, solid, clean tattoos. I've been preparing for this since season 5.
3 hours to go.
It's kind of a classic image, so I didn't want to do like 90s colors. I'm anxious. I have technical skills. I have the artistic ability. I got the talent. This pressure is like, oh, man, it's way different than what I thought. Is it good?
That's looking badass, dude.
Okay.
Definitely feeling color?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
What is that? What is that little one? Right there.
Let me grab the picture.
I don't understand what this is.
That's the other side of the bike, like if you're seeing through it.
Now you have an extra line there. This is screwed up.
Okay.
I don't know what this is. I think you got these up with this.
Okay.
This is your frame.
Yeah.
You have to get that pipe into there.
Okay. How the did she go from liking the drawing to now having a complete issue? This needs to go under, hun, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we already drew the outline.
No.
You can't.
I'm just asking, do you want me to straighten that out?
There's no way.
I can. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get her to stop complaining and nitpicking.
Make it good.
Make it good. If I don't finish this tattoo, I'm
Happy tattooing? You can tell that Ashley's canvas is pissed, and I love it. Her and Alex tried to screw me over. Maybe these newbies don't understand. St. Mark is not a guy to be with.
Nice, nice. St. Mark is a whiner. Oh my goodness.
They may have been able to make me lose my footing on my first tattoo, but I'm getting comfortable again. I think they should be shaking in their boots.
looks so sick. I love it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time is up. Machine's down. No more ink.
All right, come on over.
That is badass.
I'll tell you right now, if I don't win this one by looking at these other chumps' tattoos, this rigged.
Oh my God, I absolutely love this.
St. Mark's tattoo looks like an airbrush t-shirt. Christian's tattoo looks boring. Ashley's tattoo looks like this is just a joke. Kick rocks.
Today, Clean challenged you to tattoo symbols of speed, hot rods and choppers in neo-traditional style. Clean, let's start with you. When you said neo-traditional, this was the palette that I expected to see from the field. I like the flames, the engine is very identifiable, and I like what you did with this background.
I think that's the best part. Red, wine, blue, baby. America.
That's not American, Clean.
It's America.
That's Puerto Rican flag.
Gave him a Puerto Rican flag.
I see the discrepancies with the flag. Putting more stars in the blue area instead of one big white star would have helped you out. But no one can argue with this line work. Nobody can argue with your saturation. The details of this motor are right. It's a very slick tattoo.
Christian.
Looking at the tattoo overall, it's so readable from a distance. It's just a sticker-like quality.
From a distance, it screams contrast. The purple in the ocean goes along with the bluish in the car. That whole ground scene is cold hues, and then the sky scene is super hot. You didn't jump away from a challenge. You just gave him exactly what he wanted.
Picasso.
Great drawing. Really cool to look at. The biggest thing that I could pick out in this tattoo is that you just don't completely commit to actual dark, deep black. See how good the denim looks and all the great folds and the dynamic look to that? Just a little bit of a richer, darker, deep set tone in there in the dark areas, and then they jump off of that tank.
I feel like first time I did too much. I'm still finding my place.
The only person that's gonna beat you is gonna be you. Let it all go and just do what you do.
Ashley.
The mechanics of this motorcycle do not line up. When it's a tattoo that's gonna be on this lady's arm forever and she's gonna be hanging out with motorcycle people, they're gonna make fun of her. Everybody's gonna look at this tattoo and they're gonna make jokes about how her forks disappear into the headlight.
Well, the motorcycle expert, which she could have done her job as the canvas. She was the expert. I was the artist doing my job. I don't think I should be penalized for something I don't understand.
Well, unfortunately, you get a bad reference, you get a bad canvas, you get a bad tattoo, you get a bad critique, you might go home.
Anthony.
This tattoo actually shows a lot of great contrast because it's really dark, but all the shading and all the highlights are in just the right place to highlight each angle, each crease, each pipe, each foot peg. Everything stands out. It's very clear.
Perfect example of how to make something very dark and still show off great detail. Overall, man, it's really clean quality work.
Chris. There's not a whole lot of neo-traditional elements to this tattoo.
Strong lines. The lines hold the neo.
It's a contrast challenge, and we're missing a lot of contrast in this piece. I'm having a hard time reading that bike.
Design choices are very strange. You got one cheek wing, no wing on the other side. The way you have this motorcycle wheel disappearing into the eye of the skull, it's a hard to read tattoo. There's a lot of messy details. For a contrast challenge, you want the details to stand out strong. You missed that part of the challenge.
Megan Jean.
I'm not a fan of the drawing. The car has an awkward shape.
You just got tone. The front of the car and the side of the car all become the same tones. And your background color choice, yellow on olive skin, just doesn't speak to contrast.
Alex.
Immediately, I just look at the two wheels. They're really tiny.
Because it was a really drop car.
How far the actual wheel is recessed back underneath the fenders makes that perspective a little off.
I definitely wanted to make sure I didn't do too much detail in it. I definitely wanted to keep the whole tattoo simplified.
And looking for contrast, if you're gonna show something at a 3/4 view, then the side that's facing you, you could color a lot lighter than the top or the side to make it really look like it's getting dimensional.
St. Martin. What was your headspace going into this?
I wanted to show a lot of line work, kept a lot of my shading really directional and quick in and out.
Not every tattoo can be done without an outline.
You got me.
We all know you can't outline. This is a pretty good nail in that coffin. The drawing is dynamic. Color versus skin contrast is always the best way to go. Put a bright color next to a black outline, next to open skin. A lot of people would have overdone this tattoo. I think going really simple with it was a smart choice.
All right, guys, we have to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
I think Anthony is showing some really strong skills in his shading, now in his lining. The guy can do it all.
I'm leaning more towards clean on this one because when I think neo-traditional, I think bold, big, loud, bright colors, contrast. I'm going with clean.
Clean.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to clean. Today, you were judged on contrast, and based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. It is time to make a decision. As far as the contrast element of this challenge goes, my vote is for Chris as well.
Chris.
The judges have decided. Chris, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
Not everybody's built for the room. And here it's about getting comfortable and really accepting the information that's given, because if you go against the grain, it just doesn't work out.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
All right, gentlemen.
Today, you have 6 hours to transform your canvas into a cyborg. Remember, every hour you must switch tattoos, proving your consistency. And your time begins now.
Today we're testing consistency by doing a tag team tattoo, rotating every hour. That's cool, buddy. Today's tattoo is a good test of consistency because the tattooers have to make it look like one tattooer's doing it.
It's kind of like that, right?
You agree?
Yeah.
Do your outsides fat, one pass. Do your insides thin, one pass. We have a perfect plan mapped out. As long as the girls stick to it, we're gonna kill it. See these sections where the red breaks in?
Yep.
Just Yep, free and fun.
I'm on it. Think I'm okay even though I went down there?
Yeah, just don't do them on the rest.
Okay.
I never do biomechanical, so I need to take every bit of advice Nunez gives me. He's making sure that we're as solid as possible.
I think we're okay.
Just remember, if we don't win this thing, one of us is going home.
Damn, quit reminding us. At this point in the game, I don't want anybody else having their hand in my tattooing. I want to do what I do, and that's it. How do you want to do on these skin rips?
Skin rips? It's up to you guys. Dark wash?
Team Nunez definitely has the advantage. I've already seen Nikki and Kelly work together as a team, and they do it seamlessly.
Guys, underneath some of the skin rips, I'm putting a little bit of black, okay?
Underneath.
3 of us together, all doing different styles. I mean, honestly, we got no chance.
5 hours remaining, and switch.
You're coming to Nate's and I'm doing his arm.
I just did black, gray into red. Is that too dark?
It is. I walked away and we had a game plan. I came back in. This thing's so There is no biomechanical background, and the exterior was supposed to look like metal plating. It turned into rocks. If this thing is just the skull with these broken rocks around it, these guys are gonna get tore apart.
And switch stations.
Are you good there, Ryan?
Perfect. Are you good?
I'm good.
Once again, just like any other Team Peck challenge, Gian and I are working well together, taking the lead.
You already outlined the whole medium?
No. Nah, none of this is done, that's not done.
But Nate is just pessimistic and slow.
What's the plan?
Look what Ryan's doing, and you start doing what she's doing.
Nate has to pull his together, or Gian and I are going down with him.
Artists, time to switch.
Did I it up?
Just keep rocking.
This is the least confident I've ever seen Nikki.
If we make back here, like the source of light, this being dark makes perfect sense.
That'll be cool.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Okay.
What's done is done. I just have to keep on track and make sure that she knows she's still doing a good job. We're gonna be okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Woo! Oh, your mama. I'm sorry.
Damn! Look at this thing. Dude, we killed it.
Today you had to show consistency tattooing cyborg tattoos. Remember, you're being judged as a team. Let's see how you did.
Looking at the 3 tattoos, they all have a consistent feel. But there are a couple of differences. The one with the trigger, it looks like the smoothest of the 3. It has a much softer, powdery feel to it. That's the one that's the most open and the most readable. Your other tattoos have a lot of small, tucked away pieces that are in there. The left leg is a lot heavier, a lot blacker, and a lot deeper in your outlines, as opposed to the other leg. Those outlines, they're thin, there's a lot of wobbles.
One thing I was unsure about is like, what is ripping out? Is that supposed to be skin or plywood ripped open?
For the skin rip?
Oh, is it skin?
Yeah, what he asked us for was almost like a striped slash sort of like claw look.
I mean, it looks like you definitely did what he asked for, and sometimes that can be a little bit dangerous.
This is that type of skin rip that has that tendency to look like bark and look cracked instead of looking torn and flexible. But the way you designed it and laid it out, this is a design that can appeal to people whether they know what this imagery is or not.
Thank you.
Next up, Team Nunez.
I think it's a pretty good tattoo, but I don't see any kind of mechanical, doesn't say cyborg to me. I would also say that I don't think that the forehead matches the rest of the skull. It looks really smooth, and it doesn't have as much texture or dimension as the lower part of the face or the bottom jaw.
That was a difficult tattoo.
In all honesty, I truly believe that we gave her a good tattoo, but it might have gotten away from us.
Gotten away from you how? Because the challenge was transform your canvas into a cyborg.
That's probably what got away from us.
When we take that, you know, we can go down the route of biomech, which we definitely did.
It's a little more bio-organic. Heavy on the bio.
But I don't see even a drop of mech in this at all. Consistency from one leg to the other, I don't think the skull and the jawbone look consistent in any way. The bottom jaw looks like a totally separate thought that doesn't go along with the skull at all. From a distance, it looks like a red oil rag getting thrown down a cave.
It was the most stressful tattoo I think either of us have done here.
We have some issues. Behind the skull, we were supposed to have all that weird connective biomech tissue, but you missed doing those weird shapes that we talked about doing, and then coloring the same way you colored. That would have been fine. You would have had it. Problem is that we didn't hit the look of the metal, and we didn't hit the look of the biomech tissue behind the skull. The things we talked about got lost in translation.
What I will say in terms of consistency here, it does look like one artist did both tattoos. The line weights are consistent, shading is consistent. I do see remnants of that biomechanical style with these rock formations that are coming out, so I see that as being a consistent element there. So there are consistent elements here, and that is one of the things we're testing for. All right, Stacy and Austin, you have 6 hours to tattoo a biomechanical skull assigned by Christian. Your time starts now.
All right.
Come over here.
Over here. Let's coach the out of these guys. It's gonna be so bitchin' when it's done, bro.
Can't wait. Austin and Stacy going head-to-head is a perfect call. They have both showed weaknesses in this competition, and it should be interesting.
It's set up as fair as it can be set up.
Oh, that's apples to apples.
Biomechanical, it's something that's so technical and so loose at the same time. You can always tell when somebody doesn't do biomechanical and is trying because it screams, I don't know what I'm doing.
Austin, get a marker and mark the center line.
Well, see, I wasn't trying to put it center line, but I get where you're going. I get it.
Why would you not put it center line?
I kind of like the little wrap in the front, but hey, not what I like.
What you like got you in this spot.
You're right about that.
This could be anybody's game.
You ready?
Do it.
This really sucks right now because no matter what, I'm losing one of my team members. But at the same time, I need to help both of them because I need the strongest tattooer to stay in this competition.
Hair. Can you clip it so that my hair stop falling forward?
What am I doing?
Take the clip out and then clip more of my hair back.
Maybe hairdressing is a new option for you.
It's so funny, Christian, because your tattoos aren't all that.
Well, they were good enough to beat you, weren't they?
Run your mouth. That's all you do is run your mouth.
I run my machines way up better than you do.
Bull.
You're kind of kicking his ass right now. Good. He's like talking so much to me. I haven't said anything mean to him. I'm like, you know what? I don't have to run my mouth. I'm just gonna tattoo.
What do you think?
I don't think this is how any of us expected this to go.
I didn't think he was going to be snowballed. Bottom line, our team needs a solid tattooer because we got to start taking these jackasses out of here.
2 hours to go. 2 hours left.
Start picking it up because you got a lot of to cover.
I keep making poor choices. I should have put together a good, comprehensive color theory. But my team, they are a great resource. I'm going to use them to the best of my ability. Should I put some red in those little gaps between the teeth? Turk said that might look like a cool idea.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to have something in there.
This is your final hour. 1 more hour.
Austin, he produces the best tattoo when someone is standing over your shoulder the whole time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Super cool. And you get to keep it forever.
Badass.
Definitely badass.
Yeah, it's my favorite one I've done here so far. Let's hope it's not my last.
Austin and Stacy, today you had to battle head-to-head to stay in this competition. Based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. Let's see how you did. Austin.
I like the shape, I like the design. The details of the actual skull itself are really cool. The shape of the eyes, the nose, and the mouth that really tell the skull part of the story.
I do like the appeal of this tattoo. I like the color play quite a bit. Using the hot and cold color palette like you did was a smart play.
The biggest missed opportunity in this tattoo is putting some heavy areas of black. These deep set areas, instead of going from a light gray to the color, should go from solid black to the color to really show the dimension of these pieces taking shape. As far as the biomech part, I do wish it had more of the bio feel. It looks very stiff.
The biomechanical aspect became a beveled, hard, kind of shaped image. It doesn't have a lot of that real bio feel to it, more like alien-esque.
I went more mechanical for sure.
This tattoo has an appealing look to it at first glance. I just don't look at it as a confident tattoo and really understanding biomechanics.
Stacy. You really swung for the fences here with this design. You did try to show us some organic elements in this piece. Certainly with some of the detailing you put in the spikes, in the center of the nose, under the eye socket, with the repetitive bone pattern. It looks like there is more of an organic bio feel happening here.
It was interesting to step out of my comfort zone and definitely try something I've never even thought I would try.
For me, you do better in bio than you do in a skull. From the nose down, it just looks like somebody went with putty and just smeared this thing down, and then it's got a perfect set of veneers. It's all gnarly everywhere, and then he's got these pretty little choppers. It doesn't flow.
Just the dynamics of the skull itself are really lackluster. But you have a lot more interesting texture in your pieces. You have multiple colors, multiple tones. It does have a bony texture. It doesn't just look like a piece of metal I cut out on a jigsaw. It actually looks like a bone that grew into a shape.
You did good. You did good.
Clean. You had to put these two up for elimination. This is your team. How you feeling about this?
I mean, it sucks. Obviously, I want the best tattooer on the team. I think the tattoos both have some good qualities. Stacy's, I think, looks a little cleaner, and I didn't really help her do much. Austin's, the outline is a little wonky from top to bottom. And yeah, I mean, everybody chimed in way more on Austin's end to get to this point right now.
All right, guys, time to decide who's going home. I see shining moments in both, and I see deficiencies in both, but I mean, I think that Stacy hit more of the biomech.
Remember that it's not a biomech challenge, it's a biomech skull challenge.
Look at Austin's. It looks like you started with a skull and added to it. The skull and Stacy's, there's things that don't make sense where they're coming from.
The judges have decided, Stacy, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. Stacy, I have tremendous amount of respect for you and for anybody who steps into this arena. But I think that you have done amazing in terms of showing us progress.
Yeah.
So stay on that trajectory.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
You did good, kid.
Thanks, Coach.
Please pack your machines and close shop. You will have 6 hours to demonstrate legibility, creating a schematic tattoo. Good luck.
I'm Jessa. Nice to meet you.
Let's go to my stations right over here.
Today in a schematic tattoo, we're looking for the cleanest, strongest outlines with the best application to show us the construction or deconstruction of the item.
So it's schematic day, so whatever we do, the line work has to show.
These tattoos don't have anywhere to hide. If you're doing something that's a diagram, then everything has to fit.
Tattooing 8 years, and I've only ever had one other job, and so tattooing is pretty much all I know, which is trippy to think about.
All I wanted to do with this tattoo is show off my line work, and it is going the polar opposite way.
All of those tiny lines.
Yeah, a lot of detail there.
I can feel how soft this guy's skin is and how easy it will be to blow these lines out. My only option is to try to pull this off. This day sucks.
Artists, 4 hours to go.
Ooh, that's a cool piece. Thank you. When I saw everybody else, I was like, oh, I could have done this a lot easier. Damn it. That's not who I am. I've been obsessed with robots since I was a kid, and I do a lot of biomechanical that involves a lot of robotic structures and stuff. This is a total shoo-in for me. Almost there with the lines. Like some dots and stuff left. Oh, son of a bitch. Every 3 dots I do blow out. Every other line I do blows out. I don't understand what's going on.
Am I sitting okay for you? Any issues?
Oh yeah, you're sitting great. Yeah. It's just like I'm a perfectionist. This is a disaster. I am scared shitless right now.
Skin doesn't like this stencil at all. Hates it. It's trying to get rid of it on me.
With older skin, you don't know what you're gonna get into. It's usually prone to blowouts. It could just split open on you. It's always thin, so I'm playing it simple.
The outline's pretty much done. I mean, yeah, it doesn't need shading. So I guess I'm just not used to having this much time left over.
Should I order a pizza?
Maybe I'll mess around with it on paper and see if there's anything else that makes sense.
I don't know if this thing even reads as a schematic tattoo. My best chance is to zoom in on some of the details that I already have there. Either way, I'm taking a risk here. If I do add it in and I don't pull it off, I may not finish my tattoo.
Well, I mean, you nailed it. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
Very cool, dude.
Thanks. We got Frank's approval.
2 hours to go. You have 2 hours remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Alrighty, looks like we are all done.
Awesome. Looks dope.
All right, man. We're all set. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
We're all done.
Bob drew his completely by hand, but there's like a buttload of blowouts.
Don't stress something you can't control now.
I know.
Yeah, it's done.
Today, you are being tested on legibility with schematic tattoos. Let's see how you did. Kelly. This is one of the most legible tattoos of the day, and I don't even really know what part of the engine this is.
My canvas was a mechanic, and he wanted an exploded piston.
Your use of light source to show the dimension and proportions of these things is a really, really nice touch. I'm really super impressed with it.
Awesome, thank you.
Jordan.
There isn't a single part of the tattoo that isn't challenged with an outline.
If we just look at the bottom motorcycle, a lot of trouble getting those smooth, clean, round circles. There's a section of the rim where the line just, and you just miss that connection completely. Your line work has so many inconsistencies here, it is a problem.
East, you're up. Jessa.
Hi, guys.
Your whole typewriter looks really nice. Your keys look really nice. I like that. Your fonts match.
But the word typewriting machine up top gets pretty wonky.
Older typewriters, none of the keys go on the same plane.
That's what we were going
You know
for.
what I mean? I actually like that. Jimmy.
What's up?
I really like the addition of the revolver cartridge and the A and B. Really sells the point of what this challenge is.
I do like that you went for it. It definitely needed it, because if you had just shown up with the tank, that would have been definitely not good.
South, you're up next. Jason.
You leave the vertebrae itself stark and all of the dark background with the gears push forward. So straight, so clean.
We always harp on creativity. This is it.
You got the big field of black, and then you got some pink. I'm not dazzled.
I mean, it's line work day, and on line work
What
day,
we're looking
you
for
don't want
today
to
is a
crowd it with a
schematic,
bunch
and what
of...
I don't see is a schematic.
So he hates it, we love it. Bob.
I love all the pieces coming apart and going different directions and showing different angles, but I lost count of blowouts on this thing, like 40-something.
I felt like I just had no control over it blowing out or not. I could go like less than a millimeter in touching the skin and it would just blow out immediately.
Blown out or not, I would wear that thing. It's badass. This week, we're testing consistency.
Consistency is being able to show pretty much the same thing over and over again.
You must be able to tattoo uniform lines, shading, and color, giving your design a harmonious look. There's no better test of consistency than an image so iconic that any inconsistency will be obvious. Comic book characters.
Yes. Challenge is pulling off comic book tattoo or making it as direct to the comic character at hand. People that are comic nerds, which I say that proudly, they know when something's off.
Founded in 1934, DC Comics is home to the world's greatest superheroes, like the Green Lantern, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and of course, Batman. But this week, you won't be tattooing a superhero. You must tattoo a super villain.
Without villains, you have no need for heroes. Generally, villains are more dynamic than the hero themselves.
You will have 6 hours to complete your super villain tattoo. Based on your work, one of you will close shop. Good luck.
Consistency comes into play in all tattoos. It's your line weight, it's your shading, it's your values. It's everything that goes into creating a supervillain.
I think I do like it more real, less cartoon.
That whip's gonna be a lot. Do you like that?
I wanted to try to work in the cats.
Dude, I don't know what angle you went on this one, man, but I'm pumped on this.
I just thought about it. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna win, it's gonna be because I did some sick. New school this thing up, buddy. I'll just watch you freaking enjoy your way out of this competition.
You have 6 hours to tattoo your canvas with a badass supervillain. And your time starts now.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it, buddy.
think that's actually perfect right here.
My canvas wanted to get dark side from feet to head. It's not possible in 6 hours.
This tattoo is probably the absolute hardest one that's out there. How would you feel about doing that face that we have?
Can you show it to me again?
Yep.
My idea is to do the head up with glowing eyes, a more dynamic looking picture anyways.
Would you be doing it in the background or would it just be the face?
I would try to get the background.
Okay.
It's $100,000, we're gonna do it my way.
I was getting ready to tattoo myself at that point. She said no, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? I definitely want to try and beat Jimmy. He sneaked out the win last time. It's almost like traditional, which is kind of the cool part of this challenge. I need to be consistent in reproducing the actual comic reference. Definitely have to change these needles out to something smaller just to do what we're doing. If I can nail this tattoo, then I might have a chance to win.
I take what I do know of Poison Ivy and create my own version of what this character is.
I don't necessarily know that new skill's ever going to come up in the challenges, but I figure this is about the closest thing that I'm going to get to really put it out there. So
This is my style of tattooing. So for me, I'm in a good running to win this challenge.
I'm super stoked.
4 more hours.
This is what I'm booked out for months and months and months doing, is these beautiful portraits. I really want to show the intensity of this image and the character of Bane.
I'm just excited to show something that I'm really, really comfortable with.
This thing's gonna look awesome. They're all gonna be shocked when I win.
What Joshua is doing, it's more to the realistic side. This is a comic book challenge. If something looks too realistic, you automatically deserve to be in the bottom.
Anything realistic, you know, I love it.
The fact that the challenge is consistency, I'm gonna tattoo this thing like you ripped it off a comic book page. Dude, all this is a single needle. Being so meticulous with these lines is taking me forever. I have to cut this piece in half or there's no way that I'm gonna finish this tattoo. There's a lot of lines, I'm not gonna do all of this.
It's not a problem.
Tattoo Baby's doing some really weird with cutting the body off, and I definitely don't see how she can talk to me about my artistry.
Because he has a fresh scar going across his left leg, I flipped the image and put it on his right leg instead. A face should always face it.
Once again, time is of the essence, so I rushed the damn tattoo. Wish I had a little bit more time to blend things out. This sucks.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up, machine's down. No more ink.
You are done.
Holy that's exactly like the picture.
I love the way this looks. It's badass, man. It's badass.
Not sick.
Wow.
Love it?
I love it. I really do.
He screwed the pooch. He did not follow the challenge. He took a comic book style tattoo. He did a beautiful new school tattoo. Okay, Jimmy, did you come here just to get more new school business or did you come here to compete?
Artists, today we tested your consistency by asking you to tattoo a badass supervillain. Kyle, you're up first.
The attention to detail that you put into this face is fantastic. The use of the black creates enough depth and enough contrast to where you have the blue and the green transitions to the fiery red in the eyes, to the orange, to the yellow, and it looks great. Where you get challenged again is your background. That black oval that goes around the outside takes my eye away from what I really want to be looking at.
There's this balancing act that you have here where you're trying to get a tattoo done in a certain amount of time. I made it a size that I thought I could get it done and still get the background she wanted.
Joey.
Your attention to detail, wow factor for me. Along the legs, along the sides, to see you ink on your canvas with the scissor hatching, the style that I'm familiar with from comic books. I was pretty impressed because it's hard enough to do it on paper and you're pulling it off on skin.
I didn't really know until I started how much time that was gonna take.
Yeah.
So I was like second guessing myself at some points. Thank you.
Jackie.
You have a lot of beat up line work in this thing.
You jacked it up because of the very thin, weak outlines you did in the face. It doesn't look solid. It looks too weak. We've been battling line work all along.
Not all along. Chris, it's no disrespect to you.
No, I'm just saying. It doesn't convey comic book inking. It conveys a scratchy line.
Consistency. You made a major alteration to it. It's backwards. You flipped it, therefore now he's burned on the opposite side of his body, so you're basically altering this pseudo-history.
It'd be wrong to do that, for sure.
Didn't even think about that.
Jason.
This is probably the cleanest tattoo we've seen from you. There's a lot of great consistencies in this tattoo that we've seen lacking in your other tattoos.
I'm starting to feel the flow here and feel a little bit more comfortable getting rid of some of my anxieties when I'm tattooing.
Your saturation, color-wise, does not stack up. These transitions from the blacks to the blues and the very washed-out orange do not do it for me.
I always think that there's room for improvement in every tattoo.
Your consistency in your application is not going to stack up against these guys today.
Joshua.
Seems like you've embodied your character in this competition. It's good for the supervillain to come out and pound one back at the heroes. Whether they like you or not, they got to suck it up and beat it. It's a really nice job.
Overall, this being DC Comic Challenge, I think you really captured the essence of this character. This smooth shading, all that black and all that deep shadowing that gives the shape of the wrinkles in his forehead, very consistent.
If you can do that's this complex and make it look this good, then why are you lagging? You should be able to do this quality on everything, all the time.
Thank you.
Tattoo baby. How are you feeling this week as opposed to last week?
I guess I feel a little bit better because I let it out.
Well, what you did here, I love. I think you came back really strong. There's some incredible detail, especially in the hair. Those teeth are really, really beautiful. The question I have for you, why does it just end the way it does like that?
I had a little bit of issues with time doing all those little lines. If I would have gone any lower, then it would have brought down the quality of my tattoo.
Jimmy.
As a guy who draws poison ivy, I think it missed the mark. She should be a seductress. She's not drawing me in.
I don't draw it every day, so that's your area.
Well, that's why I'm here, I assume. You missed in capturing the essence of this character.
Bottom line is I'm 100% happy with what I turned out.
This is a game. This is not a comic book tattoo. Today, DC Comic Day. Your tattoo should look like a comic book.
I executed the tattoo, I did what I did, and I stand behind it.
We know you can draw. You don't have to prove that to anybody.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Joey.
Joey, you captured the essence, the playfulness, the danger of Catwoman. It looks like it was peeled from the pages of the comics and pasted on flesh. I love everything about it.
Thank you very much.
Jackie, Jason, Jimmy, any one of you could justifiably be sent home. Jimmy, you're here because the human canvas jury voted that you had the worst tattoo of the day.
Not everyone's gonna like what I do, but I've been doing it for 20 years.
But you can't stylize something to the point where it's unrecognizable. This is not poison ivy. It's a cutesy little cartoony green creature. You've missed the essence.
Can't make everyone happy. I did take a risky move in making an artistic design, but a lot of elements that were tattooed today won't be here in a while. Joey did an amazing tattoo. Patchwork in that whip that you love so much ain't gonna be there in 10 years.
Jackie.
If this was my tattoo, the fact that the wrong side of the face is burned would bug me.
I fell short a little today, but I think that you can see that I'm a good artist.
Jason.
All in all, this is one of your better tattoos, but the color isn't as saturated as some of the other people's. You and Jackie are battling it out.
All right, guys. The judges have decided Jackie, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. Please pack your machines and close shop. You have 6 hours to tattoo an X-Men color portrait, and your time starts now.
Okay, let's do this. When looking at a color portrait, you're looking for it to be an exact replica of the photo. Therefore, everything has to be precise. The eyes have to line up, the shading on the nose has to be just right. You have to capture every little essence of the face.
Yeah, dude. Can't wait. Let's do it.
So I'm feeling really good about my tattoo. It's coming out exactly the way I want it to.
Very nice, very nice. It's looking really good.
The nose, lips, eyes, cheekbones look exactly like the reference. I love it.
4 hours remaining.
There only could be one Wolverine.
Yeah, it might be me.
Yeah, I think it might be me. My guy won the last challenge, so.
Only time will tell, amigo.
I am so focused. There is no way that Maddie's gonna beat me. It's awesome, man. If he wins, he can validate his skill. If I win, you know, it's cool.
2 hours to go.
Right now, I'm stuck in the middle of the road at best, and I need to get the off this road.
My canvas wanted to get the knives in, but I'm very concerned about time. Very upset that I can't put them in. If I don't finish this tattoo, I'm screwed.
Because Warpath always has knives, as soon as you take his knives out, it's no longer Warpath. It could just be anybody. This is a huge mistake.
I just hope it looks good. You think it's gonna look good? I think it'll look cool. Okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machines down, no more ink.
All right, young lady.
Wow, that is awesome.
Oh, yeah. That's the #1 Wolverine.
Awesome. Today, we ask you to use technical precision to create an X-Men color portrait. Lydia, what happened here with the negative space underneath this gentleman?
He initially had the knives, but I didn't have enough time, so I just figured I'd put a big X down there.
What makes this character recognizably X-Men are those blades. Missing those, it's very difficult for me to know who this is. Sausage.
I really, really like the background. It puts a comic book feel to a realistic portrait.
Looking at this tattoo, it has so many tricks. You have great application, you have really solid fundamentals. Overall, man, good job.
Halo.
Your skin tone is a lot darker than the photo. That is a good choice. You have to up the contrast on these light skin tones, or else they're just gonna blend into the person's natural skin tone.
Rolling.
When you're doing a portrait, you got to copy the structure of the face. She does not even have the same shape. The color fades are not there.
Color, as you know, is not my forte.
I don't find any redeeming qualities in this tattoo at all.
Maddie.
You gave him some heavy bags under the eyes, and that puts years on them. But you brought a lot of work to this. I love the way that you took an artistic liberty in the right side of the face and brought that white highlight to really get that backlit look. That was a really nice touch, and you came and you really outdid a lot of people.
Scott.
You stuck to the structure of the face. You kept the likeness of the character. Not going with the dark background around the hair, I think, is a wise choice.
This tattoo has a ton of technical precision. That nice, clean netting in that armor, it's beautiful. The glow in the background is nice. It's a good use of color palette, and overall, it's a really strong tattoo.
Today, you tattooed the best test of precision that there is, a color portrait. Roland, you're here because Scott put you up for elimination. Scott, why did you put Roland up for elimination?
I felt that his piece was one of the weakest. This one, that was it for him, in my opinion.
I will admit this is a very difficult tattoo that's been out of my repertoire, but I'm here to fight. I'm here to stay here.
Lydia, you're here because the human canvases determined that you had the worst tattoo of the day.
As far as my tattoo being worse than Roland, I don't agree with that. I believe I'm a better tattoo artist than him.
When the human canvas jury calls you down, that for you is a major nail in the coffin. That's your client base.
It was a tough tattoo to get through, and I overthought it.
Roland and Lydia, either one of you could be packing your machines. The judges have decided. Roland, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. Please pack your machines and close shop.
Today, we're gonna be tattooing my favorite comic book characters.
Oh, I knew it.
The catch is, you have to capture your canvas's likeness in the comic book character.
Oh, man. Morphing the canvases into superheroes? I'm not a nerd. I don't tattoo this kind of crap on people.
All right, Sausage, have a seat.
This challenge is specifically designed to test you at the drawing table. This will definitely separate the veterans from the rookies.
All right, guys, Sausage called the shot today. You have 6 hours to use creativity to transform your canvas into a comic book character. And your time begins now.
All right, man, let's do this.
Today, creativity is going to be everything because these artists are going to have to transform their canvases into superheroes.
That's gonna be awesome.
If these artists don't come up with a strong concept, it's going to be painfully obvious and they're going to be out of here.
This one's gonna rock.
Yes.
It hits on all cylinders and it does exactly what the challenge is asking for. I was bullied my whole season and now my very first canvas is an anti-bullying woman. I'm extremely thankful for being given another chance to come out and prove my worth because I know what kind of a competitor I am, but it's tough.
This time around, I mean business. I will no longer play nice. I will stand up for myself because I have to.
Love me because you're gonna have a good tattoo.
You got this. You're golden.
You're a superhero, Sausage. You're like Super Summer Sausage.
You know, I try.
You have 4 hours remaining.
Hey. Oh, so you didn't go small.
Megan and Christian got it out for me. I am screwed on this chasing the fame superhero. I have to do a whole back piece for all the crap that this guy wants to put in this thing. Oh my God. Megan and Christian are on my list.
What's your guy's special power?
Combat medic with angel wings to be able to fly in and rescue other soldiers.
I've never taken my client and actually put them into the tattoo, but I'm an artist, so I don't have anything to worry about. The other artists should definitely not underestimate me.
100 grand. I'll do what it takes, man.
So this is Sweet Tooth, and after a meal when you're craving something sweet to eat, she just pops up. I need to kill this elimination tattoo. I don't want to wind up on the bottom again. She looks so dope. You like it so far? Yeah. Awesome. I gave up everything when I started tattooing. I stopped going to art school. I dropped out with a semester left. My parents even stopped talking to me. I just want to prove to everyone that I made the right choice, and here I am.
I am definitely a perfectionist, and time is my enemy. I've never done something this detailed in this amount of time. If you're gonna do something, go big or go home.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time's up. Machine's down. No more ink. Today, Sausage challenged you to transform your canvas into a comic book character. Sausage, let's start with you. What comic book character did your canvas want to be?
The comic book character that helped identify with no bullying.
You had one of the toughest challenges, but given your canvas exactly what they want in an amazing creative way.
Foreshortening in the tattoo speaks to the superhero. You give it that exaggerated hand and the punch. Overall, it's a sticker. You did a great job.
Clean. What comic book character did your canvas want to be?
I wanted Chasing the Fame. This is a hard one. I'm just not a fan of the drawing of this tattoo. There's areas of technical ability that's just same old clean approach. Big areas of solid color, well applicated. But really, when it comes down to the fundamentals of the drawing of this thing, I just don't like it. I don't like the girl's hand that's wadded up on his thigh. I don't like her feet. It's rough.
Anthony. What comic book character did your canvas want to be?
He really wanted to portray a military medic.
I like this tattoo a lot. The drawing is awesome. There's a couple areas where I really get that comic book feel from, and a lot of that is that hatching in some of the shading. And then in terms of just details, like particularly in the scarf, going over each one of those folds in that fabric is so intensely amazing.
So far, I like everything I've seen you do. You've been consistent. That's what it takes to just run this thing to the end. I think you did a hell of a job.
Picasso.
You captured her likeness. You've got a great drawing. It really even has her personality in it. But her lips, her nose, her eyes, they're scribbly. It looks smeared. It looks like this is on paper and you walked in the rain to get here.
Where did you start coloring in this tattoo?
Her hair.
That's where you started, so that's where you were at your most comfortable, at your most relaxed moment, you still weren't on.
I have never done work that looks like this.
Creativity you're through the roof, man. Technically, I find a lot of problems. You gotta pray that somebody behind you dropped the ball.
Ashley, how did you arrive at this design?
My canvas is a pastry chef, so she wanted to depict a superhero.
In terms of creativity, I think you got a lot of nice elements in here, but there are some anatomical issues with the way she's posed.
I did try to give you that action shot.
Her left leg, the way that's coming out and bent back. There's some perspective issues with the drawing itself.
You have a big, awkward, square, cardboard cutout arm coming off this girl's body that doesn't look like it's coming at you.
All right, guys, based on creativity, who had the best tattoo of the day?
By far, the tattoo that stands out the most to me is Anthony's.
I have to agree, man. Anthony really turned in a nice, solid, beautiful tattoo.
Speaking of creativity, Sausage really put together an all-encompassing story of his canvas's character.
Best tattoo of the day for me goes to Anthony.
I'm gonna go with Anthony.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Anthony. Today, you were judged on creativity. Based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. It's time to find out who the human canvas jury chose. Clean. You're here because the human canvas jury determined that you had the worst tattoo of the day.
I don't agree with that at all.
They just said overall I didn't look like a superhero. I was just shocked. I had no idea that I would end up being down here.
Was the jury voting based on the superhero aspect of this or the technical way in which the tattoo was applied into the skin?
Not the technicality, yeah, just overall the look.
The idea?
Yes. In my opinion, I think it does look like a superhero. I love it, man.
Jay, thank you so much for joining us.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, buddy.
I tried to give him exactly what he wanted, so my guy's chasing the fame being a lady killer. On Ashley's tattoos, I've seen nothing but technical flaws.
But I really followed the challenge and what was asked for as far as comic book characters.
You definitely hit the key points of the creativity.
Picasso can draw better than almost anybody I've seen or I know, but he's here because of the way that it lands in the skin. And there's just a vast divide between the two of you together and clean.
I'm not gonna argue that.
He ain't going home, that's for damn sure. Not today.
I've been in my head this whole time. I let the get in my head and I'm blowing it.
Here's where I'm having a problem. The gems. Look at the trail that you have of red that runs right off the top like you just took a line and went, brrr. That is beyond nerves. You're tripping. You're freaking the out while you're tattooing.
I'm ready to get out of my head. I'm ready to stop trying to impress you with complicated drawings. I'm ready to tattoo.
All right, it's time to decide. Clean, you're not going anywhere today. This is between Picasso and Ashley.
From Ashley, we got 3 outings in the bottom. We have Picasso down here for the first time.
I'm actually pretty decided.
What are you thinking?
I see technical problems with both of them, but my vote's for Ashley. The judges have decided, Ashley, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. Please pack your machines and close shop.
This pisses me off. Clean's tattoo is ugly. I was the most creative person in the house that thought out the box. They wanted a comic book. I gave them that. I gave them a superhero. And I'm going home and it's bull.
Welcome, artists. You have an intense challenge ahead of you. You must create a 12-hour tattoo.
12-hour tattoo is a big deal. Whatever this piece is, it has to be huge.
And you must tattoo a part of the body that is typically covered, so the skin is very fragile. The gluteus maximus.
Butt tattoos suck. It's just fat and jello. Technical application is desperately important. You could blow out a line so easy.
Your tattoo must fill both glutes. You will have 6 hours to tattoo one glute today and 6 hours to tattoo the other glute tomorrow. Damn. And your time starts now.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's get this stencil going.
It's near impossible to get a critique that doesn't involve you crying afterwards.
I'm having a mental battle inside myself. The judges are in my head.
Robbie's alien is very mangled, very chewed up. The skin has gone through a lot of trauma. I'm sure this client is not going to be up for very much more wear and tear.
15 minutes remaining.
You can do it.
I'm gonna die.
Don't die. I need you to stay alive, because I have a whole nother butt cheek to tattoo tomorrow. This guy is in some serious pain. If my canvas is not able to sit for this, I am totally screwed. How you doing, buddy?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Machine's down, time's up, no more tattooing.
What do you think? Oh my God, wicked awesome.
Come over and look in the mirror.
Yeah, crazy pain, but it came out perfect.
You ready to do another one tomorrow?
Ready.
All right.
Many times as a tattoo artist, you must finish what someone else started. And today, you must complete another artist's tattoo. And another artist will be finishing what you started.
Are you serious right now? This is bull.
You must all give your current design to the canvas's new artist. You can alter the design you're handed, but you cannot touch the glute that has already been tattooed.
This is ridiculous.
This is the ultimate head-to-head comparison on the same canvas. You have 6 hours to complete your glute tattoo. Remember, if your technical application isn't flawless, you'll be packing your machines. And your time starts now.
Let's do this.
Getting your glutes tattooed 2 days in a row is absolutely brutal. Today, more than ever, technical application is important because you want to get in and get out, avoiding as much skin trauma as possible and being efficient.
All right, you ready?
I guess so.
It's too late to turn back now, right?
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
This is gonna suck.
Your left side is so swollen, it's almost impossible to match this up perfectly.
Downside, it's a completely different size because of her swelling.
This isn't your fault. This is just because you got to work so hard in one day.
I have to make a tattoo identical to the left side, but if I can't match up the goddamn stencil, I'm screwed.
I might try and do it again while you're laying down.
Oh, bitch, mother.
How you doing over there, Josh? Getting it together?
It's happening, man. I don't have a choice, right?
That one took me down to the wire yesterday.
Jason should definitely be worried. Going against me, he doesn't have a chance.
It's getting there.
1 more hour remaining.
Robbie really gave this bud a beating yesterday. All I gotta do is a clean new school piece on the other side, and I got this. And went full koi.
Oh, hell yeah. There's no comparison between me and Mark, especially when it comes to tattooing traditional Japanese.
Looking sick. Nice big piece.
Thanks, dude. Mark, if you say you do Japanese work, you better go back to the drawing board, brah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Machine's down. No more tattooing.
It matches up perfectly.
Looks so nice.
This week, you tattooed for 12 hours. 6 hours on one glute and 6 hours on another glute, finishing another artist's design. Each glute you tattooed will be compared side by side with the other artist's tattoo on the other glute. One of you will win and one of you will lose. Clean and Julia, let's start with you. Let's start with clean side. Your design overall was really smart. The addition of the bow to bring it to both sides worked really, really well.
The color palette's nice. It works well. Overall, man, it's a good job.
Let's move along to Julia's side.
It definitely doesn't stack up. If you look at the letters and you look at your 2 little S's at the end of sweetness, they look nothing like the S at the beginning of sweetness. Your technical application is just not there. I think that Julia made smart decisions choosing this one, but it's obvious that Clean's technical application is much stronger.
Clean.
Clean.
The winner of the head-to-head competition is Clean. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Up next, Julia and Eric.
I think Julia's technical application here is lacking in certain areas. The color in that flower could have been a lot brighter. You could have left a lot more open skin to let that thing breathe. And it does kind of look muddy.
Eric, let's talk about your piece.
Technically, it's done nice. The way you let the skull breathe, the way there's tons of skin in there, at least one side of this lady's butt looks nice.
Let's have a final decision.
Eric's tattoo is much nicer.
Eric.
Eric.
The winner of this head-to-head is Eric. Congratulations, man. Eric and Robbie.
All right, Eric. Technical application, there's a lot of really clean lines, a lot of nice painterly effect shadings, and good color tones.
Robbie.
The tree and the icicles, really nice, but you don't have a good fundamental stronghold on backgrounds. His side, everything has a flow or a movement to it. Your side, it's a lot stiffer, and that's the big point that stands out.
Final decision?
Eric.
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 Congratulations, man. Robbie and Mark.
Well, Robbie, the main thing here is your technical application. You caused a lot of damage to this lady's skin. There is so many areas that are just abrasively overworked.
Let's move along to Mark's tattoo.
I think this is a cute little new schoolgirl tattoo. You got nice saturation in your blue, in the sky, and technically this is a very sound tattoo.
Final decision?
Mark.
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 Congratulations, man. Up next, Mark and Jason.
Mark, I would have gone softer because it's a lady, not such hard black at the edges, and the water's a little bit stiff.
Let's move along to Jason.
Some nice clean line work. The little details in the eye look really nice. Really, man, it's a clean tattoo.
Mark versus Jason.
Going with Jason.
I'm going with Jason.
Jason.
Congratulations.
All right, man.
Let's take a look at the next tattoo. Jason and Josh.
All right, Jason, the problem I have with this tattoo is the roses. No skin to breathe, no highlights, just oversaturated with too many of the same tones of color. That's technical application, and it's off, big time.
Let's move along to Josh.
You took a lot of the mistakes in Jason's drawing and fixed them. You attached the forward sails in the correct manner. Leaving the open color in the roses lets each rose stand apart. I like it.
Final decision.
Josh.
I'm gonna go with Josh.
Josh.
Congratulations, man. Josh, your canvas never came back and got finished up, so there's no one to compare you with, but this is great.
Josh, I think this is a great job capturing this look of space with minimal use of black. There's 12 people behind you. I think 9 or 10 of those people would not have been able to live up to this.
No need to poll the judges. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
Well done.
All right, thank you.
Don and Aaron.
Well, Don, realistically, this is pretty clean. Your color blends are really nice, and for the amount of coverage you have on the skin, it's nice saturation. You did a good job.
Aaron, on day one, you chose to not tattoo because you were in pain. This is your only shot in proving that you deserve to stay here. Why did you choose this one?
I knew that I could do it in an amount of time, and I knew I could do it well. I definitely wouldn't have designed it like that, but it was already there.
I like the way you end the wing better. It's a much cleaner ending than yours is, Don. And your really sculpted black outline is very clean.
Thank you.
Final answers.
I'm going with Don.
I'm going with Aaron.
Aaron.
Congratulations, you won this head-to-head. Don and clean.
Well, Don, overall, this tattoo's really strong. I know it's tricky working on a butt cheek, especially when you got somebody yanking on the other butt cheek.
The line work has so many inconsistencies going straight down the anchor that it really stands out.
Let's move along to Clean's tattoo.
The line weight difference between the exterior of the jewels and the little lines on the inside give it that crisp, sharp look. Technically, this is a very sound tattoo.
Thank you. All right, so it's time to poll the judges.
Going with Clean.
Going with Clean.
Clean it is.
Thank you. Clean, congratulations, man. Angel and Chris. In no way do these appear as though they work together or go together.
It was supposed to be a head-to-head with a Spartan and a Persian.
I didn't like the idea that they were gonna look like they were battling on his butt to get in the crack. And my idea for it was he was coming home from battle trying to get to his wife.
That doesn't come across either.
Well, Angel, just looking at your piece, that exterior outline around the shield is just probably some of the worst example of outline. Shading in this guy's torso, very scribbly. This is not a well-executed tattoo by any means.
Chris.
This is the best tattoo I've seen you do here. You do have some soft, smooth shading in here. I do like what you did with the nostrils and the nose. This is definitely your shining moment.
Judges, do we have a decision?
Chris.
Chris.
Chris, congratulations. Next up, Chris and Taisha. Let's take a look at Chris's tattoo.
Technically speaking, you have some moments of nice outline, but realistically, man, this thing is all kinds of disturbing and just odd. I can't even rip it, really, because it's so weird.
Let's move along to Taisha.
It is a more understandable, pleasant image, but it's not as sound. The areas on her neck, in that eye socket, it's not as saturated or as smooth as what Chris did. I'm gonna go with Chris.
Just in terms of aesthetically pleasing, I'm gonna go with Taisha.
I'm gonna go with Taisha.
Taisha, congratulations.
Thank you.
Taisha and Emily.
Well, Taisha, this is a very unattractive tattoo. That green, bad smell, stench, what in the hell?
Let's move along to Emily.
More of this horrible green, swirly background is a bad idea.
You did very minimal outline, and where you did, it's just not consistent.
It's hard to pick a winner out of either one of these things.
I'm not gonna say that somebody won with this.
I mean, the designs, this is technical ability. You can't pick between the two of them.
You guys have equally bad outlines.
They both lose on this one.
There is no winner in this head-to-head challenge. Wow. Emily and Angel. Let's address Emily's side first.
There's so many bad areas in these tentacles. Some are super thin, some are super thick. Your little underside suction cups are just haphazardly half circles, very inconsistent.
Let's move along to Angel.
I will say this in your favor. The areas of the blue swirls in the background, yours do appear to be smoother.
No hammerhead looks like that. They do not have that shape head.
Well, I followed the crap that she laid out, so
Should have redrawn it if you thought it was that.
if it's
I'm here
something
to
that we
win. If you
outlined,
wanna
then
go
you know
home,
what?
go
I should have just
home.
followed my own.
You, Angel.
You too.
Y'all can each other all you want. Both these tattoos suck.
Final decision?
And I'm gonna go with Angel, just because the smoother color blends.
I'll go with Angel.
I'll go with Angel as well. Winner of this head-to-head challenge is Angel. You'll have 6 hours to create interlocking tattoos. And based on your work, one of you will close shop. Good luck.
These artists are gonna have to show adaptability because they have to do everything from the drawing
Nice to meet you.
to actually applying the stencil, to color palettes, execution. If one artist is weaker, it's really gonna show.
Your time begins now.
All right, bro.
Let's do it.
Do this.
Get that stencil on, and then I'll get mine on, and then we're jamming.
We're gonna have to stop, have him get up and coincide a few times, okay?
Hey, partner?
Yep.
I'm sculpting the skull just a little bit on the outer edge. Getting paired up with Eric means I'm gonna do a badass tattoo with him, but going head to head, I know I'm the stronger artist. Thanks for picking me, Eric. I appreciate it. He doesn't stand a chance.
5 hours to go, 5 more hours.
Are we doing that little bit of the tip solid black, or are we leaving it open?
Mine's open. I know for a fact that I can beat out Aaron in this head-to-head. I came here to beat my rival. Now is my opportunity to make sure that Aaron goes home. It's a done deal. So what do you want to do about background?
I don't know yet, Emily. I not only have to work with my rival, but I have to beat her. I spent the better part of 5 years taking care of my ex, who I ended up marrying, and then within a year of that, she walked out on me. And I didn't take the time to look out for myself and my own career. Got a tiny bit more sculpting in some of these feathers.
What are you sculpting? You're not talking to me.
I need to go forward, and I need to be hauling ass, because I'm not letting anyone slow me down ever again.
3 hours remaining.
I am so freaking stressed out of my mind.
You think I should do the clouds over here?
What are you talking about? You gotta do them where they line up, dude. I just need to shake all this panic off and just do a really kick-ass tattoo.
Yeah, so fill that in a little bit more.
What the hell is Mark trying to do? Completely change the background. I have to add more rows of clouds just so the tattoos match up again. I am pissed.
What happened?
Mark changed the background halfway through the tattoo.
Well, go back in here, match it up. Have him hold him like that real quick. That's what we did. We just kept comparing him. Don's got a problem with his teammate. Why is he telling me? We're just throwing the towel and saying, it. What's it gonna be, Don?
Final hour, 1 hour to go, everybody.
Double arm style?
Stop, there it is, baby.
You're doing dark hair, right?
Dark hair, yeah.
It's nerve-wracking knowing I have to go head-to-head with Josh. He is a portrait artist, and I've only done a few portraits. He's just giving me a lot of positive reinforcement, and I feel really good about my tattoo.
Hey, Josh.
Yo.
Do you want to peek at mine so far?
Julia, do a tattoo on your own. Do not rely on me to guide you through it.
Did you go look at Julia's? Holy somebody's probably going home.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more tattooing.
You did good, kid. You did good.
What do you think? It's awesome, man. Good job.
Chris, who doesn't even do Japanese, did a way better tattoo than Jason. It's obvious that his anxiety is getting to him again. He's slipping. He's definitely not performing at the level that he thinks that he can. You want to be Ink Master? Not gonna happen this way, buddy.
Today, you had to show adaptability by working with another artist to create interlocking tattoos. Josh and Julia, let's start with you. These two designs, when they are interlocked, they don't seem to go together as well as they could.
I disagree. I felt like the angelic face we wanted to keep very light and airy. Obviously, if you go dark, then it won't have that contrast where it looks like good and evil.
I think that's where the adaptability part of this challenge would come in, because the idea was to make it look as though it was one connecting, flowing piece. Julia.
The detail is not very nice. The whole shape of her head, that just looks like a weird big toe.
I traced it from the actual picture.
Then why do the eyes look crooked?
I don't know. I thought it looked really good when I did it.
Look at the nose. She has no nose bone. If you're gonna shade a face, understand where the shading goes. Don't just wing it.
Let's move along to Josh.
Technically, it's really smooth, and I know it's supposed to be evil, but it is really dark. You got the robe, the skin, the hair, and the horns. At least one of those elements should be tonally different somehow.
The other thing is the eyes aren't the same.
Well, nobody's eyes are ever the same, so for me to make them perfectly
Yeah, but there is no
symmetrical.
excuses. They're just the only highlights in the entire tattoo, so they stick out like a sore thumb.
Final decision?
Josh.
Josh.
Thank you.
Clean and Eric. First, let's talk about the interlocking aspect.
It is a nice, subtle touch to just have the smoke drift across. They go together really well, and they're both strong.
Let's move into specific tattoos, and let's start with clean.
Nice, solid tattoo. Saturation of the black and that blue in the hat with the contrast of the red headband is very nice. Did you put your two front teeth in this skull?
Always. Trademark, baby.
Yeah.
Let's continue on with Eric.
I like the design of the tattoo. I like the way that the hair and the feathers kind of play off each other, hot and cold. The whole tattoo just works really well, man.
Now we're gonna have to hold the judges and see who wins this face-off between Clean and Eric.
Well, Eric, saturation-wise and color-wise, you got a little bit outshined. I gotta go with Clean.
And I'm gonna go with Clean as well.
Clean.
The winner of the face-off is Clean. Emily and Aaron.
It's a tough artistic choice to show adaptability.
It looks like this peacock looked into a mirror and is so hideous that it shattered the mirror. Let's move into Emily's tattoo. I love the head on this peacock. There's some nice detail happening in the face of this bird.
If you're gonna put this much detail into the head, then why not the feathers?
We were definitely going for a stylized look on it.
You took a very grade school attempt at those.
Aaron.
If you're asked for a mirror and feathers, it has to be completely legible. That did not happen. Emily's peacock is a peacock. It is legible.
It was tough. It was tough coming up with the design and the layout.
Maybe if you did a smaller mirror with a handle on it and wrapped feathers around it and did a really ornate handle and do something beautiful, that is your game changer.
Final decision.
Because I immediately recognized what I'm looking at, I'm going with Emily's.
I'm gonna go with Emily as well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mark and Don.
As far as how they match up as one whole tattoo, I wish the clouds met up at the top.
But they're different types of clouds.
Well, they shouldn't be. It should be the same clouds.
That was actually a miscommunication.
I went a more Japanese style with it, and he went a more traditional way.
In terms of adaptability, I think ironing that kind of thing out would have been a key part of this team effort.
Going into Don's tattoo, just outline alone, it's a lot cleaner than Mark's. If you look at your shading in the hull of the ship, it's nice, it's smooth. There's a good gradual fade from brown to light brown, yellow highlights in there. It's a strong looking tattoo.
Mark.
It's very scratchy. I know you can say that it's a beat up old pirate ship, but it's still just technically not really that smooth.
I'm the opposite side. I like this thing. I like the little hidden scully and the torn up sail. The clouds, I really like the way you shaded them. I think it's strong. I like the little wispy purple that you put into the sails. It might not be perfect, but it's tough.
Let's poll the judges for this head-to-head challenge.
Don. I'm sticking with Mark. I like the tough one.
For just overall readability, I'm going with Don. Congratulations, man. Chris and Jason. How did you guys collectively land on this concept?
We both decided we were gonna do Japanese dragons.
Overall, it's one piece. Obviously, you see the red flame that trickles from one side to the next. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of interlocking.
I think you totally missed working together on the bottom, on the ending of the tattoo. Could have easily found a way to flow those two things together with loose shapes.
Chris.
I look at this dragon, it's very legible. I can follow the twist of this dragon around, leaving the face kind of protruding out towards the front. It makes it more readable from a distance.
Jason. I'm having a hard time picking out this guy's lower jaw.
It's forward, it's protruding.
But there's nothing coming off of the bottom jaw.
I understand what you're saying, but it's because the angle of his head is coming at you more like...
It looks weird, man. It looks like an old man.
Japanese being your specialty, this should be ironclad. This should be very legible. And the fact that it's hard to read and hard to see what's going on is troubling for me.
Final answer?
Chris.
I'm going with Chris.
I'm going with Chris. Chris beat you out on the face. You lost this battle to somebody that doesn't do this. I'm pretty let down on this one.
Today, you had to create interlocking tattoos in teams. Jason, Julia, and Aaron. Any one of you could be justifiably sent home. Jason, you're here because the human canvas jury determined that you had the worst tattoo of the day.
I just had an off moment. I was dealing with anxieties pushing themselves on me.
We had a problem with your tattoo. The fact that it was hard to read. Something that's confusing and hard to read to us, it's definitely gonna be hard to read to them.
I just did a horrible design. I'm trying to put it behind me. I'm here to be the ink master.
This being your specialty, you shouldn't have had those problems.
Aaron.
This looks very remedial.
I'm not super proud of it. I wasn't into the subject matter, which shouldn't play a part, but it did.
That's where then I have issue. It is not fair to be called ink master if you cannot draw a design pleasing enough to yourself to then tattoo.
Julia.
Today, you fell short. The shading in the face, the crooked eye, the hair.
This is not the worst tattoo of the day. I feel like Aaron's was done more poorly than mine.
You see the bridge of that nose, right? That face is...
Did I say it's the best portrait I've ever done? No. I wish I put more detail in there.
You didn't even understand what the gentleman was saying at this moment.
At least you can see what my tattoo is.
You, on your best day, cannot touch my worst work.
You have a big black blob on someone's arm.
I swear to you, if I go home before these two, I will quit tattooing.
I tattooed my leg for 6 freaking hours because I wanted to be right.
Just stop. It's one thing to defend your work, it's another thing to fight a losing battle, and you are fighting a losing battle.
The judges have decided. Julia, you do not have what it takes to be ink master. This week, you're being tested on contrast.
If your tattoo doesn't have any contrast, it's just gonna look like a flat crayon design on a piece of paper. If you've got the deep blacks, it's gonna give it a lot of contrast and give it some depth.
Today, your canvases all want their own tattoo of the Kraken in battle on their hands.
Hands?
There's a long list of problems with hand tattoos. Some hands are gonna swell right away. You got veins, bones. There are totally different factors when it comes to hands.
And you must work in teams of 2, tattooing both of your canvas's hands at the same time. What? The Kraken must be in black and gray, while the enemy can be in any color. You must use contrast to make your design dynamic and the battle crystal clear. 3 hours left, 3 more hours.
You're gonna need some background to create some contrast, you know what I mean? You're not gonna have any contrast if you fill it up like that.
Just follow my lead, man. I want you to do exactly what I say.
It should be black, you know what I mean? Contrast, contrast, contrast.
I know St. Mark can do contrast because he won't shut up.
That black background will be the hardest contrast in the whole thing.
I just want to go to Vegas. We don't have time to argue.
Contrast, keep that in mind.
Shut the up.
1 hour remains, final hour.
What are you doing with the little suction cups?
I am just putting a super light wash shading over them. I'm the female frontrunner in this competition. You think you'll have time to do a little bit of mint behind it?
Yeah.
I have to monitor Marissa's tattoo to make sure that we can win this.
You're gonna do your tentacles last, right?
Yep, so I can see yours.
Yep.
Dave is doing the sperm whale. It looks like a shoebox with an eyeball on it. It doesn't even look like a whale to me.
I think it's a nice little playful whale.
He's gonna make me look like a fool up there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
That's red, huh?
Awesome.
We are done with this lady.
What are St. Mark and Miami thinking doing 2 solid black hand tattoos on a soccer mom? That looks terrible.
Katie and Marissa, you're up first.
I did the Kraken, Marissa did the shark.
As far as contrast goes, I think the light highlights in the Kraken against the dark black, very, very nice. The shark is a little more rough. There's not a lot of vibrancy that really makes it stand out.
Earl and Duffy. From a few feet away, it's very difficult to tell what's going on.
It was hard to find a happy medium with the background, being that it's supposed to be like a dark scene.
Darker blues on darker skin kills the contrast. Earl, as far as your snake, it's more of a fish.
It's a big head and just a bunch of coils behind it.
Damn, Earl, you need to stay away from these snakes. Go ahead and put it to rest.
Eric and Chris.
A lot of contrast on both sides of the fence and very legible. It's one of the best drawn tattoos we see today.
You created a whole underwater scene happening here. Very cool, guys. MV and Keto.
We went with a dark water, and then in contrast, a really bright orange for the background.
I don't think it's that bright.
It goes from a darker tone from this side up to a lighter tone on this side.
I don't think it adds much contrast to his skin.
Oh, we thought we hit it with the contrast.
Miami and St. Mark. You guys are two masters. How was it working together?
We really brought the best out in each other.
Technically, they're two strong tattoos. You have some very dark areas to contrast with the tentacle section you have up in the foreground. St. Mark, I do like leaving that front tentacle with no detail and just having the small suckers all the way up. Very strong design.
Craig and Tyler.
Overall, they're strong tattoos. The shark really stands out and looks strong, a lot of contrast. My problem with the Kraken, it's hard to see what's going on. You overshade it so you lose some of the contrast.
Tyler's my apprentice. He did exactly what I thought he'd do. It's just flat, it's boring.
Matt and Big C's.
I can definitely see what both of the objects are. The gorilla could have used a much heavier outline and a lot more black. On darker skin, more use of black, less use of gray is always what's gonna last the longest.
Cruzman and Dave.
I like these tattoos. They're simple and bold. The thing that's just bugging me is the ending of the whale on the knuckles. The eye is outlined and finished out, but the shading stops higher than that. That's bugging me.
My part looks awesome. I could strangle Dave Clark right now. He has 100% taken away the chance of me getting my first skull pick.
The judges have decided the winners of today's Flash Challenge are Eric and Chris.
Very clear, strong imagery, mimicking each other's style, very well technically applied.
Thanks, man. Today, your team must tattoo 3 back pieces on 3 canvases at the same time.
That's crazy.
When placed side by side, all 3 back pieces must create one interlocking image.
How the do we do that?
You will have 7 hours to tattoo. How you work together is completely up to you as a team. Good luck.
Sketchy, nice to meet you. John Collins.
Hi, Nikki.
You have 7 hours to tattoo 3 interlocking back pieces. The team that wins the Flash Challenge will be safe from elimination this week. And your time starts now.
All of you, line up, stand up straight, look forward.
In looking for composition in these back pieces, we want one big overall composition between the 3.
That looks great.
Perfect.
This is a tricky test. If you work well as a team, no one will get exposed because your teammates will pick up the pieces if you mess up. However, if the team doesn't get along, then the exposure and the risk is going to be very high.
Question with these, how do you want these to be shaded?
The light source would be coming from this side.
We have to make sure that we kill these back pieces right now because we're not about to have somebody leave before the other team.
I think we're ready to go now.
Yeah, it's dope.
We're definitely planning on winning this just to set the tone that Team Nunez is going to be first place every time.
Doing 3 tattoos this size simultaneously is nuts.
Am I supposed to be doing black in here?
The only things that aren't black are the background.
We are not communicating well at all.
When you do this, will you leave this like light gray?
Okay, am I doing the helmets too?
Do you want me to do them?
Oh, I don't care. It's up to you.
I know how to take charge if I need to. Someone needs to step in and pull everybody together.
Everyone, Matt is doing the helmets, the shields, and then Nate and Ryan are doing the wings. Hey, Boneface, you know what would be helpful is if you kept watch.
Somehow I end up as just the guy who's helping out. These guys don't believe in me enough to let me tattoo. I got you. They think I'm the weakest link. If we lose, I don't get the blame.
Try to leave like a kind of a slight harder edge on the left side instead of like a complete soft edge.
Well, then what do you want me to do?
Like how the drawing is.
Nikki's getting off the plan. In the middle of this thing, it's too dark.
Everything cool? Nikki's not following directions. She's just throwing in her own style, smoothing the whole thing out.
Stay along the graphic line. Careful how over smooth you get, because they have to keep up.
What? What? So just don't be smooth?
If one comes out different from the others, you might be on the chopping block for it as a team.
This is why I hate working in teams. I cannot dumb myself down to keep up with the rest of the team.
This is a team move, so you guys all win together, not a solo sport.
Sure.
We need our wing shaders in on that piece 2 at a time because it's the biggest and the time is going to be.
Gia is really saving us right now.
Is that black?
That's black.
Okay.
No one could agree, but now it's smooth sailing.
Bloodline race. Dave, do you get that?
Ryan and Gia, they're both like witchy huntresses. Like they see their target and they're like.
Your line weights look identical. It looks like the same person did them.
Like no joke. Like.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, machine's down, time's up. No more ink.
Looking at Team Nunez's design, it seems like they took the easy way out by doing the same image over and over again. I mean, they're doing 3 horses. Wow.
Dude, this is awesome.
Team Peck, you are up first.
Guys, your strengths in this are definitely how consistent they look throughout. The black, the shading, it's really cohesive. Obviously, these tattoos can't sit and touch and actually interlock, but you still have elements that flow from one into the next. Pretty impressive.
It does connect. The thin blue line, that is an extremely thin blue line. And I think that it's nice in terms of it being something that these guys know is there. But most of all, I'm super impressed with just how cohesive it looks.
When it comes to composition, I want to know why St. Michael's head is so far to the left.
Having one side a little offset was more of a joined composition as a scene in a whole. That was what we were going for.
There's so much filler on the right. If that was just pushed over and lined up center, it would have fit better on the body.
Team Nunez, you're up next.
We came up with the 3 horses. We put each other in our strong spots with lining, shading.
That's a load of good quality tattooing, from line work to shading. There are no beat up areas of skin. You guys turned out 3 of the best tattoos that I've seen here.
As far as the composition goes, it's a little stagnant. There doesn't seem to be something that follows through the entire 3 pieces to make them part of a whole. You have 3 profiles of horses, all facing left. The one horse that's reared up the highest, you have a huge area on his back that you can't really tell what's going on. The shapes and the muscle tone with the negative going through it, it's a lot of area to tattoo without a specific purpose.
This is going to be a tough decision. The judges have decided that the winner of the Flash Challenge is Team Peck.
Hell yes. The ball's in our court, and that rules.
2 to 1, baby, 2 to 1.
Today, finesse is important because you're tattooing a very sensitive area. Throat tattoos equal pain.
So it'll be like that.
You want to get in, you want to get out, you want to do the least amount of trauma possible. If you screw up, this person's going to wear a turtleneck for life.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Kind of straightforward.
I finally got through to my canvas and convinced her into 86ing this hourglass idea. Doing a straight line on a throat is a next to near impossible feat, so I'm just gonna reference a nice fancy bird cage and surround it with some nice pretty filigree.
You okay with that?
Awesome. You've got to keep it simple.
To put this on in pieces, it's just not gonna go on all at once.
This is super stressful. If this design's off just by a hair, it's gonna be totally obvious.
Hang your head off the table, and let me see if I can get the area a little flatter for me.
I'm willing to spend extra time in the placement just to make sure it's perfect.
Lean forward like this real quick. It's just not lined up with your chest.
If I pull this thing off perfect, I'm so gonna have the win.
4 hours to go, guys. 4 more hours.
How's yours sitting?
Like a trooper.
Yeah, so see. Wish everybody sat like this when they got nice tattoos.
My strategy got me to this point, and now it's just about doing a good tattoo. If you make a wrong choice, you're out of the game.
There's something weird going on. Her skin will not take the ink. I'm literally leaving just marks. I'm pissed off, I'm scared because I have no idea even what's happening.
3 needles?
Just can't get it, bro. Her skin is just so hard to tattoo.
Chris can't pull a line on her neck to save his life. It just sucks. Some people have tough skin, it's hard to work with. You just can never tell until you start.
I'll make 4 passes at the same spot, and it won't be black.
How was it having all that power today?
You saw how I went about it.
Uh-huh.
Tried to be as fair as I could, man. I'm not looking to screw anybody.
I think it's smart on this challenge to just play it safe. I'm deciding not to do anything too crazy and elaborate so I can take my time and do a nice tattoo.
1 hour remaining. Final hour.
Whoa.
I know. I'm tattooing a piece of Victorian lace to mimic a dress that her grandmother wore in a wedding photo. I know I can nail this.
You're doing awesome.
Ow!
Let me get this last one.
Not only is my canvas not taking the ink, but she's starting to cry, and I feel like she's gonna quit on me any minute.
It's the lowest one. It's the lowest one right here.
I've been tattooing 18 years, and this is the hardest canvas I've ever had to tattoo in my entire life. I would not be surprised if this is the tattoo that's gonna send me home.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up. Machine's down. No more ink.
Hell yeah! That is so awesome!
You like it?
Stoked! Oh my gosh. It looks amazing.
Chris has packed so much white in this thing. The first time this lady lays out and does a tan, it's gonna turn yellow, it's gonna look like baby vomit. I couldn't be more stoked that he has jacked the dog out of this tattoo. As far as finesse goes, bro, you blew it.
Today, you had to use finesse to create intricate Victorian tattoos on very delicate skin. Eric, we will start with you.
How hard was it to outline this guy's neck?
Tough.
You definitely have some areas where you folded some things up and then had to match the other side.
Definitely a fine line between blowout or a scratch.
When you get into the details and you look at the finesse side of this thing, there's a lot of inconsistencies in what should be a symmetrical design. Little piece of filigree has that little double bump over there. You go to the other side, there's no double bump. This tattoo just has a lot of unattractive aesthetics to it.
Tyler.
Overall, the design is strong, man. The black is definitely Victorian, and it also works great on this guy's throat because it might not be the most masculine imagery, but now you toughen it up with all that black.
What you did here is you took an asymmetrical subject, which is the harp, and you figured out a way to put this on this guy's throat in a symmetrical way with your filigree and your design work here. I think it's very cool. I'm so nervous at first. Matt.
overall, the tattoo is dark. From 20 feet away, it looks like a black handkerchief around her neck.
I do know it will lighten up through time.
But your outlines aren't going to straighten out over time. The outlines that are in the swirl patterns, there's a lot of hiccups in those lines. You definitely have considerable blowouts happening near the collarbone of the neck. That's where your lack of finesse is.
Why would you do that straight line across the top? At least give her some little scallops off the top and break it up. It doesn't look soft. It just looks like you slit her throat.
Craig.
It was a very hard challenge to try to do these parallel lines that go across the bottom of the crown, right there across the divot of his throat. The circle comes out pretty wonky, but at the end of the day, it's a strong, clear image.
What you did here, and with a great use of finesse, is make a masculine tattoo for this guy that is in the Victorian style. I think it's a great job, man. Cruiseman. I really love this. I love that it's so simple and clean and readable. You have really nice soft shading here in this bird cage.
Your tattoo looks deliberate. It's one pass, one shot, in and out. This is what you want to do. Thank you.
Duffy.
Just the outline alone is a great example of finesse. All these curves, very smooth, all have a very natural flow. All your little circles around the heart look very concentric.
It's pretty great. Great, perfect. Why are you crying?
It's just a good feeling.
Come on, lady. This is what it's all about, right? Like, this is why you came.
They're definitely happy tears. I needed it.
Beautiful tattoo.
Thanks.
Chris. Do you do many neck tattoos?
I do a lot of throat tattoos, and this is probably in 18 years the toughest skin I've ever worked with. As leather as it could be. I used 9 setups and 12 different needles.
If you did go through that much trouble to please this client, that in itself is a use of finesse.
But how, after all those hours of trouble, did you come to the idea, let's see how white pounds in?
The white only took me the last 10, 15 minutes total.
It looks like it. All the color in this tattoo is very scratchy. This purple shading looks real sketchy. All this outline on this side behind this ear looks scratched in. It looks like you were tattooing a buck and bronco, but she seemed to be sitting still.
Time to poll the judges. Who's got the best tattoo of the day? Duffy took this one, as far as I'm concerned.
A great design, a great fit to the skin, great application.
It's perfect, smooth, beautiful, and on top of everything, it's the largest amount of work. Anybody that you're up against can't deny your win.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Duffy. Today, you had to use finesse to create a Victorian tattoo on your canvas's throat. It's time to find out who the human canvas jury determined had the worst tattoo of the day. Matt, you're here because the human canvas jury determined that you had the worst tattoo of the day. Heather, why did the jury vote Matt to the bottom?
I actually also voted for Matt because I thought it would be a lot lighter.
I know that the gray wash will considerably lighten up. Only the areas where I put the deeper blacks will actually stay dark for you.
That's not going to lighten that much. I think Matt's playing this up a little bit, and I feel bad for you. It's going to be a dark triangle.
Matt, I completely trusted you, so I was really thrown off when I saw how dark it was.
It makes me feel terrible to stand here and know that you're not happy.
Heather, thank you so much for coming down and joining us today.
Thank you.
Matt, I'll tell you outright, it looks like she's just got a black hole in her neck.
It was my intention to make it look like she had a really nice piece of jewelry.
The tattoo for me is very off-putting. It's so much hard work, man. It's a shame for it to have gotten away.
Eric.
The finesse of paying attention to each detail is missed a lot throughout this tattoo.
This thing just doesn't say Victorian.
All of the males that were tattooed today, I don't think any of them really have a Victorian look to them. I mean, you want to give some dude some lacy design.
You can make those flourishes, it's tough. For me, it has to start with a drawing. And I feel like this drawing does not have the effort that you have to put forward to fight these guys off.
Chris.
This tattoo looks a lot more hammered than some of the other tattoos we saw today. In 6 months, this will be the worst looking of the 7 tattoos.
I think what's important is that this girl's design and tattoo fit her to a T. One thing that bothers me about Matt's more than anything else is that putting in a weird place on the body where it doesn't fit, to me, is a bigger travesty than making something fit right and maybe having to do some touch-up.
Really happy with the fit of that.
If you're gonna make one mistake, make it light so that it's just gone and not with something that's dark, because it's not going.
Well, it's time to determine who's going home.
This is all about the choices, and for me, Eric's choices today were not what worked for him.
The judges have decided. Eric, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. Please pack your machines and close shop. You have 6 hours, and your time starts now.
Yeah. Steve. Nice to meet you. Come on over.
I'm glad that my canvas only has one chin.
Get a feel I'm gonna have to freehand this.
I'm trying to lay a stencil nice and flat and even. It's going all over the place, it's sloppy. I'm gonna have to adapt and simplify my design, and hopefully it looks good on this really weird, hangy skin. I have to freehand it.
Freehand master.
So he's not willing to give the canvas the tattoo the canvas wants.
Right.
I can hear you, douchebag.
Sometimes it's your canvas's tattoo.
Listen, you keep running middle of the road.
I didn't know second was the middle of the road.
Be second at the finale, too, see where I got you.
Someone gets real grumpy when people start talking to him.
You're not talking to me, you're talking about me. It's difference, bro.
See what the hell I'm doing. Everything's swelling up. I can't see what I'm doing. I just have to go off of instinct and follow my gut and my intuition.
Oh, that's my neck.
If I drop the ball, my team does not get the advantage, and I've pretty much proven to these other coaches that I can't compete with them going into the Master Face-Off.
Do you have time? What do you think about a tiny, like, light gray shade around?
No light gray anything on the neck. It will not hold.
I mean, light gray wash.
Listen, I gotta get this done, bro.
Let it rock. Let him do his thing, man.
Steve, if you came off the black with this and dipped it in this, it would look dope. A dope blend.
Dude, I got this much. I'm not blending, you know what I'm saying?
Jeremy, it's his day, he's tattooing. Like, if he doesn't take our input, then he's not taking it.
This is your final hour.
Maybe just pepper in just a little shading off those blacks up, give a little skin just to fill that gap just a tiny bit. Get through that, get it solid, get it clean as
Oh, that sucks. I'm dropping my machine.
It hit the tip. I just gotta rewrap it and everything.
I haven't dropped my machine in like 10 years. I'm not sure why I'm nervous right now, but people behind you telling you different things to do, it kind of gets in your head.
You want to try like that bloodberry color, which is like a deep purpley red? It's real, real pretty.
Josh might be a little bit too hands-on at the moment.
No time.
Just gonna go with those ones? Yeah. Cool, no worries.
Josh needs to realize that this skull pick is everything to me. I've been on the line the last 3 times, so I'm really hoping he leaves DJ alone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Holy
yo. No way, man. Nice.
Hopefully, bro. That's all I can say.
All right, coaches, it is time to critique your work. Let's start with Steve.
It's a tough tattoo. You made a smart choice just doing the skull and the roses. You've got a lot of really solid, dense black in that soft skin, and then you also contrast it with the really bright red in the roses.
It looks symmetrical, and I like that you went down and covered the whole throat. You did a killer job.
Thank you so much.
Steve's tattoo sucks. The overall design is just ugly, man.
Thanks, bro. Good job.
DJ.
I like the strength that you have in the simplicity.
It was a super tough area, especially a triangle. That was why I was so fumbled up.
It happens. All tattooers falter. But how you get back up from the slip, that is what I'm talking about. You made a really strong, clean outline. You really toned back the eye. You really went with a simple color palette.
Simplifying the design, great example of adaptability, especially for that spot.
Thanks.
The smoothness and the quality of the black and gray, that reminds us why you're sitting as a coach. Beautiful side, beautiful entryway to the piece in the center, beautiful exit, and the precision of that beak dropping down to a perfectly sharp point, dead center. Everything's dark and breathable.
This tattoo's absolutely gorgeous, but I don't think it met the challenge. He dodged the one place that you had to tattoo, the under chin.
Judges, it is time to determine the winner of this flash challenge. As far as adaptability goes today, I really like what DJ did in the way that he went along the jawline, brought this design so it's readable from a mile away. My vote is for DJ.
Anthony, to me, went above and beyond. Doing big black and gray, we always see people do it too dark where they lose the contrast or they lose the shape. Anthony's figure is very dynamic. Vote for Anthony.
We have one vote for Anthony, one vote for DJ. Chris?
Today, Anthony.
The judges have decided the winner of today's Flash Challenge is Anthony.
Thank you, guys. This feels amazing. I don't have as much experience as these other coaches. I pretty much smashed them. That's what I needed.
You'll have 6 hours to tattoo the back of your canvas's neck and prove your finesse. Fail to impress the judges, and you will be packing your machines. Good luck.
Jason.
What's up, man?
All right, man.
Come on, let's chat.
Today we're testing finesse by tattooing the back of the neck.
I can take pain, so you're in for a treat, man.
Great, good, man, good.
Whether it be color, whether it be your outline, there's technical challenges to this, and there's certain ways that these artists need to know how to apply it.
Let me see the back of your neck real quick.
You want to get in and get out.
Like, what kind of style are you going for?
I like a lot of color.
I know everyone assumes that I'm just gonna convince every single canvas I get to switch to black and gray, but it's like, I can do color and I like to do it. I think this piece will look very cool in color, so that's what she's gonna get.
Do like a red heart with like a blue flame or something like that? I think that'd be super dope.
Yes.
I've done these little daggers before, and I really think that they add kind of a cool element. This is top 6. Going home right now is not an option.
Were you thinking like wings open?
Yeah, coming around
across the neck?
Yeah.
Okay. And then having just asymmetrical red
Yes.
kind of splashes and stuff in the back?
When you're tattooing an eagle, you imagine these giant wings, and I have such a small space to work with. If I do these wings to actual size, the body's gonna be about this freaking big.
How invested are you in the trash, but like with the red and the black? Because I thought we could make this eagle gorgeous, you know what I mean? And you can always add the red stuff later with the dots and all that stuff.
Something in my body is telling me no, like this needs to be different, and I can't figure out what that different needs to be.
What if we just did the dots in red?
I'm like stuck between a rock and a hard place. I don't know what to do.
All right, put your chin on your chest.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna take my time, make sure it looks good. Unfortunately for me, my canvas's neck is smaller than most. The smaller it is, the harder it is to put detail in it, especially on the neck. When you go small with detail, it just swells up, it's hard to work with, so I'm just gonna have to go pretty simple today. Just tell you what, pulling long lines across your head is not easy.
No, I believe it.
I can still do a clean, bold, traditional feel tattoo, and the only way I can really show like good finesse is showing solid, clean black and solid colors, but it's hard to pull off in such a weird place.
Dude, that's one of the coolest tattoos you've done here. It's like a totally different Jake Ross tattoo. So cool. Go team.
I don't know, man. I think we should just do the eagle. I think it looks so dope standalone.
Yeah, it should be fine.
The design, I like it. I think it's striking, but I can't spread out the wings far enough. I'm
Where are you getting tattooed right now? I want a tattoo there. But my boyfriend would kill me if I shaved my head.
My boyfriend leaves a lot for the military. He is my freaking rock. He is my anchor, so not being home while he's home right now is like, God damn it, like I'm missing out on all this time I could be spending with him. Me being here, I want to make it worthwhile. It'll kill me to just drop the ball now when I'm so close to the next step.
Oh, it already looks so cool. I love wings in the back of the neck like that. I think it's neat.
4 more hours. 4 hours left.
Do we have a lot shading left?
I'm not Russian or anything like that.
Right.
I'm Italian, I ain't Russian.
You look like it.
My parents were always super supportive of my arts and my passions.
My mother is Antonia.
Oh my God.
And my
your
father
father's
is Giuseppe.
Oh.
Named me Antonio Giuseppe, my little brother Giuseppe Antonio.
I love it.
My mom growing up wanted to be a singer. My grandfather didn't really support her. That's the reason she always supports me. I'm doing this just as much for my family as I am for myself.
I sweat olive oil.
As long as you got breadsticks, you'll be good.
There you go. Now I'm hungry.
Pon's trying to hold me back by giving me a color piece. I really wanted that mandala, but I'm still pretty confident about this one.
Cam's doing color tats. What's going on here? Cats and dogs living together. It's crazy.
There's only 6 artists tattooing in this room today. A good tattoo isn't gonna cut it. If I drop the ball even the slightest bit, all this hard work I've put into this entire competition could be for nothing.
You have 3 hours remaining, everybody. 3 hours left.
What do you think so far?
It doesn't look anything like a mandala, that's for sure.
For the first 3 years of my tattooing career, I did nothing but mandalas. I will not let myself fail at this.
We're black and gray. It's weird. What are you doing? Oh my God.
Get the out of here. You just jealous because my black and gray is better than yours.
Oh my God, are you trying to make me throw up?
If I actually pull this off, he's gonna be so threatened.
It's all right, I can tattoo better than these boys even with heels on.
This is your final hour. Final hour, everybody.
This tattoo is turning out to be a pain in my neck.
It's getting real.
Definitely regretting putting in all of these parallel lines at the top of this design. There's a little bit of swelling, given how much work we did in
I think it's because my neck was down, and then when I went up, maybe.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I've been riding high, doing really good these past few weeks. I'm on a bit of a winning streak, and I don't want to f that up now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Oh my God. That's amazing. What do you think?
I love it. Thank you.
That looks better than I even anticipated. That's so cool.
You know Palm was trying to screw you over. He knows that you would kill that mandala tattoo.
He immediately had a response for like why he didn't give it to me. He wasn't like, oh shit, like you wanted that? He was like, oh no, I didn't want you to like shoot yourself in the foot with that one. And then he mentioned it over here, like again, as he's like reiterating why he didn't give it to me. Like on the surface, I think we're like, yeah, man, we're cool. But it's like, as soon as it's just like,
now we go.
You know, exactly.
Yeah.
I think really the wild card in there was that trash Boca one, and it landed. You know, unlike that eagle, which will never fly again.
I know for sure that they're all feeling comfortable right now because they think that I did the worst today. For sure.
Today, you had to tattoo the back of your canvas's neck. Men's team, let's start with you. Pawn.
It's a big tattoo, and everywhere from top to bottom, the line work is very consistent, but it is a little bit tonal. You could have gone super dark with the leaves and a little bit lighter with the roses, just to have some contrast between things.
In these simple tattoos, you gotta be perfect. I see you doing good, I don't see you doing perfect.
Jake.
It's probably my favorite tattoo I've seen you do in the competition. The design sits really well. I love the interaction of the rope with the design, and I like the flow of the rope. You're used to black here, and this bold, strong outline on this really stands out well. I love this style of tattooing out of you, man. Really, really nice tattoo.
Thank you.
Jason. I love this design, but the perspective you chose to show, it creates some questions.
You have it leaning forward, but then you have the roses in front of it, making an impossible trick. And then the line work in the top of the coffin where it's on the back of the neck is not as nice.
Once my canvas stretched his head over, it was just an uphill battle from there.
Cam.
There's color missing. In this tattoo, you don't have one segment anywhere within the red that is solid. You got huge holidays, and then anywhere where you do the black to burgundy to red fade, it's just stripy. It's not in enough to make it that smooth transition.
But the biggest problem in this tattoo are these swords. The handles of a couple of the swords aren't in line, and then just in the black lines, it is chewed up. Application-wise, this is not up to par with the work that you normally do.
Going home.
Women's team, you're next. Laura. It's really beautiful, it's really delicate, it's really clean.
I didn't want to do any fine line detail on the neck, so I recommended doing some sort of flower.
Great move.
The rich, rich blacks are what really make this thing stand strong. Overall, you get a really nice, rich look.
Thank you.
That's good. I'm so not ready for this.
Danny.
Your outlines are very crisp, your shading is very smooth, but design-wise, it just looks wonky. The head is very wide, the talons are very small, the size of the body versus the size of the wings, everything about the anatomy of this eagle is just very awkward, it's very stumpy.
I think I panicked, and so I made design choices that probably weren't for the best.
I'm so sorry. It's all right. See you at the bottom.
All right, judges, it is time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
All those lines that Laura did, so spot on and on the money, everything lines up. Laura for the win.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Laura.
Thank you.
Today, you had to demonstrate finesse. And based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. All right, Laura, why did the women's team vote Cam to the bottom?
Cam's just making very strange decisions. The frosting fire, also the inconsistencies of the skin breaks around the swords where they penetrate the heart. Some of them are skin breaks, some of them are not. I don't know, it doesn't really seem intentional. And also just the red, it's so red and it radiates, it looks so painful.
You, I feel like, have come to expect a certain high level of precision within my work. So when I don't meet that expectation, it feels like I'm falling even harder than if I was falling from a lower platform.
You guys are all down here for very different reasons. We all see each tattoo having its own challenges and its own problems.
I was just trying to step out of my own box.
Dude, you stepped into a box. You stepped into the stagnant box. You put the hardest part of the straight areas into the creases.
Your line work falls apart.
Jason's and Cam's at first glance are appealing, but like I'm really bummed by, Danny, has nothing to do with you, I'm really bummed by that eagle.
With all these misshapen parts, things got completely away. So my problem with you is 100% your drawing.
I know that I dropped the ball in the drawing. I can draw. I've been doing it my whole life. You know what I mean? I went to school for it, and I think this was just a panic situation, and I was, like I said, forced between a rock and a hard place.
She was just backed into a corner. I mean, to have an eagle be proportionally correct on such a small area of the body, I think.
She chose that pose.
You're interrupting me.
But they didn't bring in that
You're
pose.
interrupting me. Can I finish?
The whole tattoo could be the same size, just the head and the body need to be smaller.
With yours,
I'm sorry?
there is nothing that I would say, standing back, looking at this like up,
Forgive me.
that you put onto this guy's head.
If I had to choose between doing a technically good tattoo or damaging someone's skin, I would gracefully walk out of here.
It's a tough call because do I want the design that's great on paper that's not packed? Or do I want the one that's not great on paper that's gonna stay forever?
You don't want crooked swords that you can't fix either.
Or dead birds on the back of the head.
If I'm a client and I walk into a shop and I look on the wall and I see these 3 designs, I'm definitely not picking the eagle. My vote's for Danny.
We've sent the heaviest hitters out the door based on trauma. Cam.
The judges have decided. Cam, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
It's a technical thing, man, and it could happen to anybody. Keep your head high. You're going out on the most flattering tattoo of the 3.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
Good luck, buddy.
The skin on the sternum is super thin, and it's really easy to create blowouts or cause trauma. And for the canvas, it sucks pain-wise.
The sternum is the gateway to your heart. This bone line that you have right here is what we would consider the sternum. We want to see the center of the concentration of the tattoo there.
Good luck.
Hi, Jason.
Josh, pleasure.
Finally, it was all of us. Today, the artists are tattooing sternums. Technical application comes into play, applying the stencil of the design to the skin for a proper fit, and then, of course, application itself.
Obviously, I want it to be elegant and nice, but I also don't want to have to tattoo you for longer than we have to.
Yeah.
Testing these artists, we decided to give them the same portion of the body to tattoo, so that way we could see who the technicians are and aren't.
The mandala thing's just kind of overplayed, you know, and I would hate to see you have something that everybody's like, oh man, that's the same thing everybody has. So I'd rather give you something just wicked, just beautiful and elegant.
I'm open to ideas.
I mean, you could do a beautiful rose right in the middle,
Right.
and it'd be gorgeous. You know, something like that could look cool.
Yeah, I like that just because I love roses.
So this whole feel, you're totally down with
Yeah,
something
no,
of this
I'm
nature?
totally, down.
Okay. I can talk canvases and do anything I want. She's gonna get a rose. That's it. Anthony, you screwed up again.
You sound like you're gonna be super easygoing, so that makes my life easy.
Do you want to kind of tell me, like, everything you're thinking?
Something more on the realistic side, but I'm very stuck on the...
dragon?
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm not gonna do a realistic dragon.
That's a rad idea. The only problem is that this isn't the place you come to get full chest pieces.
Okay.
Think of something that you can build off.
All right, maybe like a 3/4 dragon coming up, but I'd really like it to spread out as far as you can.
Give me a break, just one break.
I know you said color. Are you opposed to going black and gray?
No, I can't do black and gray.
No?
All my stuff's colored.
Just because, like, you know, obviously, like, we're under a time thing. You know what I mean?
The reason why it's important to me because it's the color of the flags where my parents are from.
Oh, okay.
In the West Indies, so that's why I can't change it at all.
We're in a competition setting. They're gonna be really hard on the color on this piece.
But I still want the color. That's very important.
I feel super helpless right now. I feel like I'm literally holding up this $100,000 check and just tearing it up and throwing it in the trash.
This was a simplified version of what you were looking for. I feel like Anthony's out for blood right now, and the canvas that I got proves it.
Are you guys doing color?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Frankie's a wizard with color.
My canvas originally wanted a traditional full-body Ganesh. I've talked her into just the head of the Ganesh.
Gonna clean some little stuff up when you're done, the outline?
I'm actually gonna play it safe. I'm gonna make sure that it's a very simple, traditional tattoo that I can get in, saturate, and get out without causing any kind of trauma or any other thing that can go wrong in this piece.
What do you got left to line these horns?
At least get it blocked in because it's gonna be solid black tips.
I could not talk my canvas out of doing a realistic dragon, so I talked him into doing a realistic dragon skull.
Make sure, because you got this little hook, you don't have it on that side.
This tattoo is really not my style. I'm making this up as I go along.
Some of these aren't quite all the way to the edge.
Yeah, just run around like your edges and just...
Yeah, you see how right there in the corners?
There's a lot of pressure on me, especially being the only girl left in this competition. I want to prove that I'm strong enough to get through this.
5 hours, guys. 5 hours remaining.
Finally, my canvas agreed to doing the piece in black and gray as long as I put a red jewel in there. But now she's in pain. She's having a tough time getting through this tattoo. She has irregular breathing patterns. Just picture trying to run a clean line across someone's stomach and it's just pumping.
In your nose, out your mouth.
Man, I bet Anthony is loving this right now.
Anthony, you look so sad.
One of these days, you're gonna have to line.
They can't break me down. There's nothing in this competition that's harder than the life that I've lived to get to this point.
Look at that
looks
thing,
awesome.
bro.
Yeah, I love it. And the whole thing's completely lined.
How you doing, Frankie?
She's starting to like pull and split from like rubbing it, like wiping stuff.
You talking about this?
Yeah. I'm trying so hard to do such a clean tattoo that I overlooked how much that skin could take, and I overworked it.
You said you was wiping it harder than that, didn't it?
There's trauma in my tattoo, and this is the one day where that is the worst thing you can ever do. I can only hope that somebody else up more than I did.
Final hour. 1 hour remaining.
Just still a little choppier in that, bro. You gotta smooth it out.
Well, I'm trying to make her look wrinkly.
Okay, but you still can have smooth shading.
I got the Triple Moon Goddess, and I'm not happy about it. Triple Moon Goddess is 3 lady faces. A young one, a middle-aged one, and an elderly one.
Just tell me it looks like right now.
Come on, keep working, bro. You ain't got time.
I'm freaking out. I hate rushing tattoos. I was just at the bottom. I don't want to go to the bottom again, but this tattoo might send me there.
I'm gonna be nitpicky, bro.
I want you to be nitpicky.
You gotta do this.
I am the only one on my team that hasn't won Tattoo of the Day yet. I definitely need to win it right now.
Don't forget what you're here for.
I'm here for my people of Puerto Rico. You know, I love them with all my heart. Puts tears in my eyes every time I mention them, you know it.
I'm representing my country. Today, I want to give something to my people of Puerto Rico to be proud of. I want to bring hope back to them.
Yeah, man.
And now is my chance. It's closer than ever. I want to win Mejor Tatuaje del Día from Puerto Rico.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Yeah. Thank you. You said well and it worked out.
Wow. Fantastic.
Dude, thank you so much.
Today, you had to perfectly apply a sternum tattoo. Jeremy.
Your technical application is nice for the area. You show some nice areas of line work, you show some nice areas of shading. That being said, look at the lips on either girl on the profile. They're not finished. Look at the shading of the nose and the cheeks. They're not finished. The center is so cherried out, it looks like you ran out of time for your profiles.
I did it on purpose to make the middle stand out more.
Doesn't look complete 360.
Rolly.
This application of this tattoo looks very smooth. The drawing of the cat is very cool, it's very distinct. It has an Egyptian look to it.
The outline on these wings, the way you shaded these wings, it's just nice and clean. The style of shading that you use here really works well with darker skin. This is just the straightforward tattoo done just right.
Yeah.
Jason.
Overall, I really like the look of this tattoo. Technically speaking, you have a bold outline, you have solid black, and then you have the pepper that comes out pretty equidistant all along each row of the wings. There's a few spots where we can see the red is not 100% saturated, but it has a really tough look, and it also is very legible from a distance.
1. It's a really impressive piece of work. You have so much texture and detail in the heart itself. The clouds are very simplistic. I like how that juxtaposition looks old school, but it is unique at the same time.
It's bold, it's heavy, and it looks like it belongs exactly where it sits. And it has a density and a weight to it. You could hold this thing, you could punch this thing. It's bulletproof.
Deanna.
This is a tough, dark, evil tattoo. The dark shading is very cool, and you do get a lot of nice textures in there, but there needs to be a little bit more highlight areas in some parts of the skull because it just gets so dark that you lose what shapes are going on there.
Look at the skull and how gnarled and how textured and how great you do there, and then you get to the horns, and it's just two flat silhouettes. Make them interesting. If you're gonna be able to have this much freedom and be this loose, you gotta follow all the way through.
Josh.
Technically, you have a lot of really great shading. You do have very consistent, clean line work. The layers you have of the petals, where you have the shadow cast from one layer to the next, give this thing the depth, and it comes out looking really beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Frank.
Design-wise, I think you fall pretty short on this thing. You went really simple. It just has a goofy little cartoony look.
Everywhere there's these red outlines and these little shapes that go up the trunk, all super inconsistent. The shapes of the headdress and the line weights in particular just look messy.
Looking at the left ear, you're pretty much battling a blowout. You get down to the red's gnarled.
There is no explanation. That fell on my face.
You missed today big time, from the drawing to the finish.
All right, guys, it is time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
For technical application, just how simple and how smooth Rolly's is, I mean, there's not a lot of variance in there. I think it's pretty clean.
I look at that, and then I look at Juan coming in and doing pretty much the same technical application with a lot more in it. Going for Juan.
It's hard to argue with that heart.
There's a lot in there that's bulletproof.
My vote is for Juan. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Juan.
What?
First win, Juan. How does it feel?
Feels amazing, like $1 million, man.
Today, you had to show perfect application tattooing a sternum. And based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. Let's hear from the coaches. Guys, why did you vote Frank to the bottom?
We say it all the time, and I think with this challenge in particular, it hit home. Technical application.
So let's get into Frank first.
Well, Frank, this was one of the most challenged ones in the room. Anywhere you had to go over this tattoo more than once, it really shows.
If you would have taken an approach more towards your black and gray style, I don't think you'd be down here today.
Technical application day. That's what we were doing. And I up. So
I did not vote for Frank.
Really?
I looked deeper into the future of this competition, and I voted Jeremy to the bottom.
if it was like design day, he'd be going home.
I met the challenge you guys asked for, technical application. It's a clean, solid tattoo.
This attempt to put these weird lines in the girl's face on the right, it looks like poor execution. It looks like a mistake.
I just really wish I would have executed the drawing better. I know I could draw better than that.
It was a difficult ask of 3 women's faces on a chest. Did it get a little away from him? Absolutely. But on application day, he has the best application.
Let's move on to Deanna.
One of my biggest problems with this tattoo is illegibility.
I was trying to do texture. I also want to show that I can do other stuff and I can go outside my comfort zone.
You're giving this thing this look that all feels the same within itself. With this few of you in the house, whoever shines brighter than the other, that one's gonna stay and the other one's gonna go home.
The judges have decided, Frank, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. Please pack your machines and close shop.
Thanks.
Today, you must prove that you understand legibility by tattooing watercolor tattoos.
Awesome. Watercolor tattoos are by far the least legible tattoo style I can think of. It can't work together.
These tattoos mimic watercolor brushstrokes to create vibrant images. And although these tattoos play fast and loose with both color and shape, it's still crucial that you make sure your tattoo is legible.
Watercolor tattoos can be a muddy mess. Colors could run into each other, and it's gonna be hard to tell what it is.
I want watercolor wildflowers with a negative space triangle on my sternum.
Sternum? It's not easy.
I do not want the tattoo on the sternum because that area hurts. I don't need somebody that's gonna walk out on me. I don't want to be set up for failure.
Team Nunez, you have 6 hours to create a watercolor tattoo. And And based on your work, one of you will close shop. Good luck to you.
How are you?
Hi. The side of your thigh?
Yes, my left thigh.
Watercolor tattoos are very abstract, and it's tough to create something legible.
What kind of flowers did you say again?
Wildflowers.
Okay, cool.
My team in the Flash Challenge took it right in the teeth, so I'm hoping that they can bounce back and redeem themselves.
It's gonna be dope. I like that a lot. This canvas asks for a watercolor wild orchid on her sternum. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
You want to outline everything black?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that the insides, this flower should be like minimal outline.
Of all the canvases, even though this is the one that I feel the most comfortable with tattooing because I feel like it complements my style the most, it's the least legible subject matter. Let's do this. Outline on the outside, and inside no outline. This is gonna be hella risky. I kind of feel like I shot myself in the foot.
Team Nunez, today you had to show legibility by creating a watercolor tattoo that's readable from across the room. Kevin, let's start with you.
Kevin, my big problem with this tattoo is legibility. What kind of flower is this supposed to be?
It's a wild orchid, which in real life, I feel like most people wouldn't know what kind of flower it is.
This one area where you have that nice dark purple and it pushes that petal forward, if you would have at least had more of that, it would have played a lot stronger.
I was gonna do the lines on the inside, but she told me she didn't want the lines on the inside.
You still want your image to be crystal clear.
It's a flower. You may not know what kind of flower,
Yeah, but regardless of what flower it is, I could still be able to see a petal and see where it goes, where it's folding without that strong outline or without any definitive shape. The middle does look like a mess.
All right, guys, you will have 6 hours to show that you've mastered the fundamentals. Based on your work, one shop will be out. Good luck.
Today, I think these artists are going to be faced with a design challenge.
The challenge is more of like an etching style.
Overall, your line work has to be really clean and perfect. One bad line sticks out like a sore thumb.
Oh my God, I love it.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Today, you had to prove your fundamentals. Pins and needles.
There is a debate about how thick and colored in these big lines are. That is not a one-pass line.
No, it's not a one pass, it's two.
The circles you have around the main jewel in the center, look at all the problems you guys had in there. Even the thin lines that you have coming off of that, you hit a lot of speed bumps. Your guys' line work is pretty rough throughout this tattoo.
Artists, you have 6 hours to create a cross-stitch tattoo. And your time starts now.
You good, man?
Put my hair up.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Duffy and Sausage are two competitors that have great bedside manner with their canvases.
She wants to do a sternum underneath here.
It's like an array of flowers kind of getting smaller.
The smaller you get with your little details and stuff, the more it's going to end up being like an X.
We're hoping that they reflect that on the artists that are here competing today.
You know, it'd be kind of neat, almost like a border, like to do your outline, like not up against the cross hatch, but to let it breathe a little bit with a little space.
Like I'm gonna do like a lot of skin showing.
Yeah.
Because cross stitch is an odd ask, these coaches have to really guide these artists.
See if it looks straight. I have two tiny tattoos, but I literally just don't feel anything. Like anything at all. Well, if they were trying to get me, complete backfire. Flowers worked in my favor because when you see something cross-stitch on like a pillow or something, it's a flower. So I think it looks like your grandma's actual cross-stitch piece.
Yours definitely looks very cross-stitchy.
It does?
Yeah, you met the challenge, bitch.
That's what I want to do, you know? Just do what I'm told. The more tattoos we do and the more chances I get to show things that nobody has seen me do, it's starting to hit people that I might be a decent threat in this competition. I'm slowly learning that cross-stitch is not my style. So, crossed off.
Today, you had to prove your consistency by creating a cross-stitch tattoo. Danny.
I'm gonna tell you that I hate this tattoo because people are gonna want this shit.
Oh.
This is a really solid applied tattoo. Less is more.
The color is actually applied consistently from the beginning of the line to the end. You did a great job on this tattoo.
Thank you.
Today, you must tattoo.
Here it comes.
A compass rose.
Oh, shit.
Really?
A lot of circles, a lot of tight lines. It's just a nightmare.
Unlike a vintage map, the compass rose is the part that shows you which way is north, south, east, and west. It always consists of straight lines and circles every single time.
There's gonna be a lot of ups.
This is to see who's a technician and who's not. Straight lines, good circles, smooth shading. It's the fundamentals.
Just keep it super clean.
You'll have 6 hours to tattoo a compass rose. Good luck.
All right.
What's up, brother?
Sweet, man.
Up this way, let's go.
A compass rose is very straightforward tattooing, but circles and straight lines can be difficult depending on the subject matter and where they want to place the tattoo.
You wanted to get it on your stomach, you were saying?
Yeah. So fundamentals on technical application is going to be key.
Traditional's fun. I like it.
Put that flag the other way.
Yeah, you're right.
That's like such an easy mistake to make.
Doing the straight lines now, so be as still as you can. Just as I suspected, Jason kicked all of us right in the gut.
I knew somebody was gonna be like, I'll give Angel the flipper ship.
I'm gonna keep the other competitors guessing. They don't know what I've been up to. But joke's on you, Jason. Give me a skull and I'm gonna hit it out of the park every single time.
Today, you had to execute flawless fundamentals, tattooing a compass rose. Angel.
Very, very clean tattoo. It's what a strong black outline can do. And it pops, and it's strong, and it's a sticker.
Is the flag going the wrong way?
Yes.
What? I had it the other way, and then Arlene was like, it's backwards.
The wind is pushing the sails, so the sails are bowed this way, but then the flag is going the opposite way.
I will not forget.